Oh,
Oh yeah, roll
Because this
20.
this battlefield tells an interesting story.
I am not at my computer.
Sure. Why would you be?
I I wouldn't
Uh,
be because my back hurts.
Typically, yeah, that's not how that works.
anyway. Cool.
Oh yeah,
Well,
this looks familiar. Yeah, because we had
yeah.
some of the shit surrounded,
Right.
and
Right. But nobody took notes because we were all relying on Peter's recording, right?
Yes.
which hasn't been uploaded.
Sick.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Has not been uploaded 2 months later.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
I
used
still
wall
have
of
it.
force to block ballista bolts. That was a thing.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like, I'm remembering a lot of these things.
Yeah, like I said, we're done with the fight because we were trying to end it since the fight was going on really long time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I had
Yeah.
a handful of them confused, and
Sure.
then we were trying to like make sure they were confused for the full duration.
Sure.
And then you were like, "Fuck it, they're confused for the full duration," and they convert. And we're like, "Okay."
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
Uh,
You guys successfully. Oh, right, because these are bronze. Okay, all of these people were made of bronze, though, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Or
That's
no?
correct.
Was it some of them were made of bronze and some of them were made of something else?
no,
You did
No,
not.
they were.
They
They
made
no,
were
the
you
same
were
bronze
stuff.
you were
suits.
pretty clear that they were all bronze automatons.
Okay.
Well,
Thought so.
I don't know if they're automatons.
Well,
They're all
yeah,
made
the
of bronze.
sentient variety, but they were
They're
clearly a
Warforged.
construction.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of that stuff.
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Yeah,
I know that they're made of bronze.
They were.
'Cause
Well, they have to be some form of sentient because they converted to maenads.
They do have to be some sort of sentient, and they are made of bronze. That does not necessarily mean they are automata.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm
This
just
is ancient Greece, mythic Greece.
It
What
sounded
kind of
like that they
crazy
were
auto
like
tomatoes
I mean,
are these?
bathed
I know
in a metal or
I
something.
know exactly what these things are, and there are ways for you to find out what they are. And
Yes.
if your mythology is good enough, you may have already guessed.
Roll for tickle fight.
Tickle fun.
I'm gonna tickle it right out of him.
yeah. Basically, we rocked up to Sparta. We talked to an envoy. We got put on hold. Then we got shot at. Then we retreated the line, and then we fought some bronze guys. And I think that's like the whole episode.
And bronze women.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm not trying to be discriminatory. I'm just saying
Sure.
there were bronze people.
Well, would you like? I assume your next move is going to be to interrogate some of these bronze folks.
Yes.
That would probably be wise.
Sure. Well, I'll just give you I'll just give you this because you've converted some of them to like your side.
Yes.
So these creatures are the current batch of humans were not the first humans that were created by the gods. They went through a few drafts, and at one point, Zeus had bronze men. That's what these are. Also, these were grown from dragon's teeth.
From dragon's teeth. Okay.
Yeah, you
Nice.
plant dragon's teeth in the ground, turn into bronze people. I don't know what to tell you. It's just how it works.
It's just science, man.
Peter, are we recording? Are we live?
Yep.
Okay.
I started it when we started arguing about what the bronze men were. / bronze women.
Fair enough. Yeah, so they'll tell you that's what they are. They know what they are.
They know what they're.
They sprung from the ground fully formed about an hour before they met you.
They're an hour old.
I mean, now they're like 2 hours old.
Cool. Okay. Well, when we originally tried to like diplomacy our way in, they seemed to not give a shit.
They were not into a diplomatic solution.
We were very
They were not
convincing to
interested.
deliver the message, but they gave no shits.
Well, they didn't actually let us do the messaging, so our convincing didn't help much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's time to send.
You
a
were
different
very
kind of
persuasive to the messenger.
Correct.
Yeah.
We
message. The
convinced
messenger
the
was not
messenger.
so persuasive.
I mean, when they know the answer, they're just like, "Sure, I'll deliver it." Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We leveled up to level 8. And I was smart enough
Did
to
we?
do it. Yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
should-
Wait,
Oh.
what?
You should all be level 8.
Well, I'm not.
Well,
Let me check. I might
get there.
be.
Because I remember I was smart enough to do my level 8
I am
shit.
level 8. Okay, good, great,
Cool.
fantastic.
Acadia's level 8. Flaskly is level 8. Actus is level 7.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it. I have to pick an ability score improvement.
You do have to. If you don't, you'll be sent to hell as a sinner.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the worst way to be sent to hell.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
What? Seems like an adverse reaction.
God damn, my stats are so dumb.
What?
I forgot how high I rolled.
Everybody's remembering how how stupid powerful they are. I really want to play in a game along like these, like with this sort of a power level someday, just so I can play a wizard who has like a 18 intelligence and an 18 strength.
Because why not?
So I want to
Just-
beat people to death.
You just go shillelagh time.
I'm
Yeah,
in the
shillelagh.
middle of building multi-class wild magic sorcerer, wild magic barbarian.
Oh, yeah, let me bring up the wild
Yeah, that's
magic.
a good one. Not in this
I like
game
it.
though, right? Or-
No, not in this
Yeah.
game. No. Acadia is going to stay a barb.
Yeah,
Um,
but Wild Magic Barbarian, Wild Magic Sorcerer is very it synthesizes very nicely. It's good.
There's also this fun thing where the GM was like, "Oh my gosh, I love homebrew. Let's do homebrew things." And I was like, "Can I have a consort?" And he was like, "Why, yes, you can." Fantastic.
Have a what? A
A
consort?
consort. They're
A
casting
sorcerer using
Still is
Constitution.
con.
Oh, a con
consort.
sorcerer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
thought
heard
you were
like
saying a consort, and I was like, it's not that hard to have a consort. You just be a noble and fuck someone without marrying them. Like-
yeah, a consort.
No.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
SORC.
If you're a queen, you can even marry the guy, and they'll still call him a consort.
Yeah,
What a fucking
a wife,
sweet deal.
husband, or companion, in particular the spouse of a reigning monarch. I was also hearing consort.
Well, it's
Yeah.
specifically because they always use
can't
the
have it
term
be a
queen's. Yeah, you use the term queen's consort for the husband of a reigning queen because you don't want when you say all right. So if you've got a king of England and a queen of England at the same time, people intuitively know that the king is higher ranked. But if you've got a queen of England and she's the queen, like she's the monarch, you don't want her husband to be called the king of England because then people will think he's in charge, but he's not. So you call him the queen's consort. Or something.
Well, in the case
sometimes
of,
the prince consort. It's
I mean, the king consort in many cases, just like the wife of a king is the queen consort.
Sure.
sure. Anyway, so that's your situation. You have some bronze maenads added to your group. You are currently out of range of the Spartans' siege weapons. You've retreated back into your woodland camp, but you can see the walls of Sparta through the trees.
Do any of the bronze ladies know any more of the plans of the Spartans?
They are 2 hours old. So
I figured when you said that they were an hour old when they came out, it's like they're probably not gonna know much.
yeah, unfortunately, beyond being able to tell you what type of creature they are, not a ton of.
And like what their command
Actionable.
was, which was
Yeah, their
fight
command
us.
was. I think it was just to kill you guys.
Yeah.
It
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, even if they really wanted to tell us, it's.
I think it was go hunt, kill skulls.
Yeah.
So it's a very old City of Heroes forum meme.
Okay. Well.
Were we gonna try that plan to freeze the city overnight?
I think we still should. Yes. That
Yeah.
was the thing. We had
Yep.
a plan.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Okay, and how are you going to do that? Just,
I-
I'm not saying you
with-
can't. Just remind me
With
how.
Chris's cool instrument, his fancy bard
Oh, right.
powers.
Yeah.
Fancy bard.
I can control weather.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think it was the last city we were at. I threatened to freeze the whole town, and we had a whole back and forth. You can do that?
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
recall any of that?
Yes.
I recall that.
Okay.
I'm just saying what you know. So I'm assuming you're going to use your control weather from the lyre.
Yeah.
It does take 10 minutes to cast,
Mhm.
but you can cast it within 5 miles. So you can cast it
Well, it's 5-mile radius from me.
right. But I'm
So, like,
saying,
I'm
yeah.
the center of the hurricane.
But it'll be you can. What I'm saying is you can be well outside of their range and still within that range. So
Mhm.
that's fine. Okay. When you cast a spell, you change the current weather conditions, which are determined by the DM based on the climate and season. You can change precipitation, temperature, and wind. It takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for the new conditions to take effect. Once they do so, you can change the conditions again. When the spell ends, up to 8 hours later,
Wow.
the weather gradually returns to normal. When you change the weather conditions, find a current condition on the following tables and change its stage up or down one. When changing the wind, you can change its direction. All right, I will say, if you do this during the day, you're going to be starting at warm. If you do it at night, you're going to be starting at cool.
Mhm.
So that'll make it easier for you to get it to cold. Winds will be calm, and we will begin with light clouds.
Okay.
So the main thing is going to be rolling to find out how many minutes it takes you to, whip up a blizzard, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to move down 2 categories on the air temperature. I don't care what what however many you want for the wind, and then presumably at least like 2 or 3 on the precipitation, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I don't think that there's anything I can do to stop you. So, yeah, whenever you want, you could spend a charge from the lyre and begin changing the weather.
All right. Well, if no one objects, I'd like to wait for night to begin to fall.
That works.
Yeah. We should
Also
probably
gives us time to get
to rest.
camped and some fires going.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
looking
you guys
at my,
Yeah.
need to
I was looking at my
either
spell
bunker
slots.
down in some warm weather gear or get the fuck away.
Now, I will say this, Chris. I think if you're doing this overnight and you're gonna have to concentrate on it for 8 hours, your
Mhm.
character's not gonna get a long rest tonight.
Yeah.
How
Okay. Oh,
Uh-oh.
we lost Wit and Chris.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, you're back. You're both
Sorry, I
back.
cut out for a second.
Yeah.
So what was your question? How what?
My question was, how long is it till nightfall? Can he get some rest in before he starts casting shit?
I mean, he could get a short rest in, but
That's
he
better than
won't.
nothing.
He won't be able to long rest tonight. If
Sure.
you know what I mean. If
If
he
he's going to be
begins-
doing it tonight.
yeah, if
Yeah.
he's doing it overnight, that's 8 hours. Like,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah. Which is fine. I'm
Okay,
just
I have
making
taken a
it
short
over.
rest.
Cool.
While everybody else is preparing, so am I by napping.
I'll take a long rest then.
Okay.
I'm doing that now.
Should the rest of us take a long rest while he does that overnight?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So am I just going out here alone? Is that the plan?
Are
can
you
go out
going
with
in?
you.
I thought you were just doing it from your little hideout because it's within
Yeah.
5 miles of the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I
you
did
were
too.
going out anyway.
I don't think there should be a going out.
You don't have to.
Otherwise, I'm not resting.
We're all gonna be stuck in the cold, right?
Well, we're putting
Like,
it
that
over
was
the city.
that was the concern.
It's centered on me.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's like every.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll be prepared for the cold. We've got tents, we've got fires, we know it's coming.
All right.
And they don't.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay. And are we close enough that I will cover the whole city and then some on the other side?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
not like a mile is a lot. Is like really far. A 10-mile diameter is an enormous like amount of space for the ancient world. Like in a world
Where the
without
fuck
cars.
do I get to? Where is the long rest thing at?
It's at the top of the screen right next to short rest.
Uh, before I go through with this, I want to ask Flaskly, if I
Flaskly.
destroy all the vegetation, do you have a way to like
There it
make
is.
bring some of it back so that like not like thousands of people don't starve?
Let me see.
You know, if they capitulate, we want to, keep them around, not watch them die slowly. I know you get the druid thing. I just wasn't sure if.
Yeah, most of my druid stuff is a bit more forceful proselytizing, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I could make the ground explode after all of it's dead.
I
That'd be
do
pretty
just want
sweet.
to. I just want to just a quick reminder that like a cleric, you always have your full list of sorcerer or not sorcerer, of druid like spells available, and you can prepare whichever ones you want at the beginning of every dawn. So if you
Thank
wanted to
you for
swap out a
reminding me
few of
that.
your prepped spells, yeah, it's kind of nice being a druid. It's like being a cleric, really, where every so if you want to do like a quick search on the druid spell list or something on D&D Beyond to see if I think there's something called
Yeah,
like
I'm taking a look right
plant
now.
growth or something like that, or
so that's what I thought, but I'm not
life.
super familiar with the D&D 5 spells.
I'm not super familiar with specifically the druid spells. I bet there's something that is the opposite of blight.
I mean, there's like restoration.
Grasping vines so far is the only one I'm finding that like actually creates any sort of plant life.
Yeah, isn't there one that's called growth?
I'm working my way down. I'll start
Okay,
at the higher
sure.
level spells.
I see. Okay. This is just me trying to recall druid spells from memory. So,
Right. Yeah.
and
Plant
mostly,
growth.
I will tell you, most of the stuff that I have memorized are the spells from third edition because I read those books a lot.
Oh,
And
there
there
Yeah.
is
is fifth
plant
edition
growth,
books. Slightly
third
Plant
different.
level.
growth, third level transmutation. Yeah. Looks like it's got the juice we want.
Casting time 1 action or 8 hours.
Oh, it's got like two
It's
modes.
got two
huh?
modes. Yeah, there's a short
yeah.
term and a long term.
Oh yeah. Well, it sounds like provisionally speaking, at least we can assume that you guys have a way to mitigate collateral damage. It sounds like. Okay,
Yeah.
so Chris, you begin the spell by I assume moving the weather conditions from cool to cold and presumably whipping up a moderate wind.
Yeah, I just want the temperature to plummet as fast as possible, precipitation to start piling on, for the wind to whip up as high as possible.
Sure. Okay.
Those are
so-
all of the
so-
directions I'm
Are we
moving.
thinking like
Great.
hail or
So
snow?
well, we'll get there.
Okay.
So you are starting at like I said, we started at cool. So when you first cast the spell, you get to immediately go down one to cold.
Okay.
You get to we started with calm winds, so we're going to pick up to moderate. We start with light clouds, so we move to overcast. But those changes are gradual.
Right.
So we need to roll me a d4.
Okay. 1.
Okay, so 10 minutes. So those kick in very rapidly. So the first thing that happens is it starts to get very cold, right?
Mhm.
And then the wind whips up. And after 10 minutes, you are now able to move these down another thing, and you kick it down to Arctic cold, which is just the worst version. This is like walking in fucking St. Paul in February. We whip up to a strong wind, and we go from overcast to actual precipitation. Do you want hail or snow?
I mean, hail if you want to do some damage. Assuming it's big enough.
Okay. So I have to pick between hail and snow.
You could do sleet,
Yeah, I'm looking for like
freezing rain.
nasty.
Okay,
Like I
you
want
hit
them
them
to
with
be
the
just taking maximum cold damage. The plants, the buildings, the people.
You hit them with the freezing rain. Absolutely. Roll me a d4 for that. See how long it takes for that to take full effect. I mean, the Arctic cold is doing most of the work here for you.
3.
All right, so it takes another half an hour.
So we're 40 minutes in.
Yeah, 40 minutes in, we have dropped all the way to Arctic cold, which these people aren't prepared for. They've never experienced. They live in the Mediterranean.
Fucking jamming on your loot.
It hasn't gotten this cold here in like 40,000 years.
It's an absurd amount of time. Yeah.
It's been
Hey, they fucked around. They're finding out.
the last time that it got this cold, woolly mammoths were around.
Hanging out.
Hanging out. We have picked up from
We asked nicely.
we are now at strong winds and sleet. Do you want to keep those winds going and bring it up to a full blizzard with 0 visibility?
Yep.
Okay. Roll me a d. Roll me a d4.
4.
Okay, so it takes another 40 minutes for
Hour and 20.
the rain to develop into a full-blown blizzard. We are now at gale force winds, and just give me one more d4 there to find out how long it takes for the winds to get up to full speed.
4. So we're at 2 hours when the
Yeah, so you got 2. So it took you were able to get it really cold in the first 40 minutes, and it took you quite a while to get the rain and the wind to where you wanted it to be. But I feel
we
like
got
those were
6
kind
more
of
hours of
secondary
this
effects.
going, baby. We're fine.
I was about to say
Yeah.
exactly, but you do it all with a full 6 hours. I have to roll some dice now because that's what
Yes.
you do in Dungeons and
Vengeance of the
Dragons.
gods.
Uh,
Go.
We asked nicely.
Yeah,
They didn't comply. That's
Well,
not our
Offered
fault.
the carrot.
Hey,
they
hang
opted
on.
for stick.
Hazel had a cold, so now I probably have a cold. So I'm just warning you people.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Here, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of the ASMR of this happening. Get that dice. Let's get it real. Okay.
That was loud.
Rolling dice.
It was really loud.
ASMR was.
I have the mic like right next to it. Okay. Who? I'm trying to figure out how many people died from this.
Oh shit, yeah. Oh, they definitely would have died too. Like a lot.
Yeah. Like
Well,
a lot
I mean,
of
unless they were like
people-
bees.
We're treating
What?
them like bees, like insects.
No, I said unless
They're all just-
unless they were like bees. So like
Oh,
bees and snakes and like I think some other things. I may have the species wrong, but the creatures can huddle together and rotate who is on the outside and who is on the inside, and like
Yes, but like you, Chris, these are humans.
yeah, not likely to think quickly and organize during a crisis of this magnitude.
right. And you did it at night when they probably were.
Quick,
just thinking-
everyone, cuddle.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is that like
I mean, they would.
um.
Spartans
We
love
asked
to cuddle.
nicely.
Hang on. All right. You see fire? You see a big fire? They've started a big fire.
They set their city on fire for war.
No, because no.
It's too cold for that.
But like, yeah, it's not that it's too cold. It's that there's a gale force winds and a blizzard. They've built some sort of
Oh.
they're really not equipped for this.
And that's how we lost
It's the
Sparta.
thing.
Moving on.
Did we just murder Sparta? Like,
I think like
Jesus
there's pretty.
Christ.
Okay, but
How are your
is it going to be to go to the next city and be like, remember Sparta? Not anymore.
I do think that you've reduced the population of Sparta by like
Decimated them.
95%.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Wow,
Oh,
seriously?
you
I was
killed-
expecting like maybe 20 to 40.
I don't. We're talking about a place that is temperate year round. Suddenly getting it says Arctic cold, so to me that means well below 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
And for 6 hours with a wind chill factor on top of that, that's probably adding an extra 20 degrees.
I did specify freezing rain because I did want the wind chill.
And then once you got it up to full blizzard, like that's again, we've got a fast moving, wet, cold air. That's bad, my dude. Like most of the city is covered in ice. Like people didn't have like firewood in their house. Like I guess
harsher than was intended.
Some
I
people
feel like.
probably. I mean, if you'd kept it at cold for the 6 hours, maybe. But we went. He said, "I want it as cold as possible for as long as possible." Which
Okay, I feel like the implication that we wanted to regrow the crops suggested we did not mean to kill the entire fucking city.
sometimes you do things on
Sometimes you do,
accident.
Well, see, here's the thing though. The plants are probably fine.
Yeah. Well, the plants are doing better than the people for sure.
Because they can recover from being frozen like
Yeah,
that.
that's the thing. Is
unlike humans.
you guys would have brought heavy furs. You would have shelters and like a bonfire going, and like everybody's warm out here. They didn't have. It's not winter. They didn't have like some people have hearths, but they didn't have fires going.
All
Or
their
if they
stuff was
did, they
still
have
in
like
storage.
they have cook fires. Like
I'm
they
not
don't-
sure that Chris is still here. I've got a spinny thing for him and haven't heard him speak in a
Hi.
minute.
He's
Oh, no,
right
we
there. I
see him
see
just
him.
fine,
We can
yeah.
all see him.
I'm
wiggling.
cutting out a little bit,
Uh,
but I'm here.
Yeah, so I think you wake up in the morning and there's not any leadership for you to talk to in Sparta. There's like a few pathetic people begging in rags in the street, or there's just wailing and crying as people are burying their loved ones, or they can't because the ground
As they
is
thaw.
frozen solid. Yeah, people's loved ones are thawing out.
What's the name of the ruler here?
Stay
It
cool,
was
Sparta.
Leonidas
dead.
the First. He's dead.
Oh,
Leonidas didn't make it.
Leonidas the First. I want to the King Leonidas from the Thermopylae thing is historically it was Leonidas the Second. So not this guy, but a descendant of his. Maybe.
Right,
Apparently, it must have been a new dynasty.
Wait, I have a very important question, which you may say you can't know this yet, but
Sure.
did the bird make it?
The one that carried the
Yeah,
things over
the giant ass bird.
the rock.
Yeah.
No.
I really
No.
feel like the
Okay,
king
alright.
would have been able to find a big enough pile of blankets to hide under. I don't know. That's
The king was flash frozen on his balcony while taking in some night air.
cool. Is he still there?
Yeah.
Let's push him off and watch him shatter. I
Yeah.
mean, what? That's crazy.
You do
No,
that.
I want to flip his ass off.
You do it and he dies again. He's already dead.
Yeah, already dead.
You've
Stay
killed him twice.
frosty.
Well, guys,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could move people in here.
I was just about to say, looks like we got
Sparta
ourselves
belongs to
one
you
hell of
now.
a new set of digs.
Not us.
Yeah.
Maybe the people whose city we just wrecked might be a thought.
Oh, the ones who are left can stay.
There's only like 8 of them.
No, wait.
I'm
We're saying
trying-
the whole city belongs to you now.
I'm trying to decide.
That's
Ain't,
fair.
ain't
How
nobody
much-
live
Okay.
here. Ain't nobody live here anymore.
I'm pretty certain, like, my
And
character
just like
doesn't.
that, we have returned
care.
the worship of Dionysus to Sparta.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, Sparta is now ruled
Converted.
by Dionysus.
Converted.
Yeah.
All we had
No,
to
this
do was
says-
wipe out 95%
Hold on.
of the population
There's
in
a
a
video.
night.
There's a video game where this is a viable strategy. Oh, Stellaris. This is where you just kill the whole population on a planet except for one, and you move your guys in, and now it's your planet.
Yep.
Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
Yeah.
already kind of knew we may be the bad guys going into this campaign.
This is there are not the good and evil are not valid axes in this game.
Yeah. I
There's-
feel
How are you gonna cut down a tree with no axes?
nice.
Oh, Greg.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, sweet. We got our own city. And we got like a lot of followers and stuff, right?
So
I
I
was
mean,
gonna say, I guess
mean,
we better
that's a-
send a message back to the people in the
All
woods.
All right, here's the thing. Actus, take a level of exhaustion.
Okay, how do I do that?
Under conditions, move
Okay.
yourself to exhaustion level 1.
Exhaustion.
From pulling an all-nighter where you were also concentrating on a spell
Okay,
for the whole
got it.
8 hours.
I have one exhaustion.
That'll clear when you. It's unlikely that anything will happen before you clear that, but it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, control weather is an 8th level spell, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
serious magic.
Yeah.
It's the kind of magic that could kill a whole city.
And it did.
And it did. Yeah. It did. Yes, it totally did.
I remember when you told us that
Yeah,
good
no,
and
this
evil
is-
are not the same here.
I told you that your job is to
Convert.
is to wreak havoc upon the non-believer in this setting. Why is it so damn dark in my apartment?
So I think our first order of business, now that we have taken the city, in addition to, just general shit like eating and, clearing out the houses that people don't still need and all that, we need to find the dragon teeth as fast as possible.
So they don't create
What's
more.
the rush? It's not like someone's gonna beat us to them.
Yeah, well, if there's someone who's mad at us who knows where they are, I mean, theoretically.
That's assuming that they know it was us.
Also, then we can use them.
I mean, you did loudly proclaim that you were going to bring your god's judgment down upon this city before you did it.
I thought
Yeah.
we
So-
loudly did that to the messenger.
I mean,
We did it standing outside the city walls. So
yeah, you screamed it. I mean, people heard.
yeah.
People know about it.
But most of them
They're
are
like,
dead.
judgment.
That's what happens when you party foul.
are dead, but some of them. All right, I just wanted to clear. Some people were smart enough to flee the city before you
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
did this.
And if they
Because
return in friendship, they'll be welcome.
right.
So yeah, so who's left in the city then? Like, did anyone in the city survive, or only the people that fled?
He just said there's people burying the dead, so
Well, okay, yeah. All right.
there's some amount of people are here and have survived.
A small percentage. And they're waiting for their.
5%, if I recall correctly.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna up it to 10% survival rate.
Even better.
Okay. Cool.
But I think 9 out of every 10 people died. I'm trying to think about what would happen if you flash froze a Greek town with no modern tech in the middle of summer. And there's no world in which I can imagine that is a good that
Right.
very many people live through that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Especially if most of the buildings had open windows.
Most of them have windows that are not even. I mean,
They're
you
not
can close them to conserve heat.
a little bit, but
Right,
it's not great.
right. It's
Yeah.
mostly closing them to keep heat in, not
Yeah,
to keep cold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that cold got in there, baby.
So like I can imagine there's like a few buildings that might have the capability of like surviving that, but that's kind of where
Yeah.
the 10% comes in is well,
Yeah.
those were okay enough to live through it, but just barely.
I just sleep with a lot of blankets.
That's why they call me 3 Blanket Pete.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are these people more amenable to Dionysus now?
Like I said, there's just wailing in the street as people try to figure out what they're gonna do with their corpseified loved ones, and disliked ones. Everyone,
Let them
Pretty
fertilize the
pretty much
field.
everyone they know is dead. So they've got that going for them.
Yep.
And we just come in and start a city around them.
Yeah, it turns out that the survivors were all the 10% most socially awkward people in Sparta, so they're actually all kind of relieved.
You know, we actually did them a social favor.
One of them in their calendar. Yep, cross out, cross out. No, they don't have to go to that. Don't have to
They're
go to
just
that.
like, oh my goodness, I can just start fresh, brand new reputation.
And now I have to begin work on the song of the day judgment came to Sparta.
Yeah. I should probably open the map for this game.
Wait, is this how we created the term when hell freezes over?
Maybe. In this world, at least. All right, I guess I should pull you guys back to the big map on Roll20.
Yeah.
And you tell me where you're going to go next. Everyone can go ahead and long rest, and then that should clear your exhaustion and stuff.
Just long rest again.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know exactly what was going to happen there, but then I thought about it, and I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
It would take more than that afternoon for them to get something together to fight us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that many people gone, the chain of command is probably super fucked.
Yeah, nobody is there to resist you anymore. You guys are, like I said, you are occupying the city. You brought enough people.
Yeah.
And we can call the rest
And
of
you
our
can
people to
send
come move
people
in
in from
before we move
Tegia
on.
and Stemphlos. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, let's not move yet. Let's send some missives and let word reach the north of what happened.
Oh,
Got
I
a
see.
lot
You
of job
guys wanna
opportunities
chill here
down in
for
Sparta, guys.
You want to chill here for a while and let word get ahead of you.
Yeah, well, we hit
Well,
the
and
center of
also let
power
our
in the
people
south,
catch
right?
up.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're getting that. If I remember correctly, your next stop was going to be in Argos, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's correct.
It
Cool.
does. I mean, it looks like the next town up.
Yeah. And our basically our ultimate goal is Thebes. Once Thebes is once Thebes has fallen or converted, the rest of the north will follow. Thebes is projecting a lot of political power.
Mm.
But-
While we wait, why don't we see how much of that we can strip away from them? We should send runners to Elenos, Elis, Olympia, Pylos, and Messene to see if they are available to, friendly negotiation.
yeah,
We
absolutely.
can conduct that at a distance with proxies. I mean, I don't see why not at this
Yeah.
point. We should have at least some reputation.
Yeah, you've gotten
Yeah, we froze Sparta.
Exactly.
You send runners to the western city-states there. Probably not all the way out to Ithaca, but
Nah.
but yeah, to Messene, Pylos, Olympia, Elis, and Elanos, absolutely.
Yeah, same continent.
Mm.
Or country or whatever. That looks like an island of Ithaca.
In region.
Yeah, Ithaca is on an island.
Yeah.
Yes, but
So we can't run there.
you can't run there, but you could send, a boat.
I'm joking. Joke.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I'm trying to stop feeling like a monster.
I
Oh.
mean, what's wrong with being a monster?
Elmo's a monster, and everyone loves him.
Hazel keeps forgetting who Grover is because Grover isn't that popular in modern Sesame Street.
Grover's
It's a damn shame.
And I
Grover's
had
the
to-
best.
Well, she thought when I was talking about her, she's like, Grover's not blue, he's green, and he lives in a trash can. And I was like, that's awesome.
No, that's Oscar.
Yeah, I know. I
Grover's
told
at
her.
the end of the book, Hazel.
Do
She
not
hasn't read
quote
that
the
book.
Old magic to me, witch.
You got to get her a copy of the Grover book.
The monster. There's a monster at this book.
There's a monster at the end of this book.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
us.
Are you guys heading back up to
And it's
Tegia and then heading to Argos from there,
Turns out it's man.
or are you going straight from Sparta,
I mean,
or are you
makes sense.
just waiting for word to come back?
I think we should wait. I
We
think
should
we
probably
should chill
wait for
here
word
for
to come back.
a couple weeks for our people to get here to hold this place in our stead and for word to have time to spread.
Sure.
And to
So,
fully convert everyone to Dionysus.
yeah, like a small, at this point you're able to summon up like 200 between the two city states of Stymphalos and Tegia. You're able to summon up about 200 regular folks. They wouldn't be able to adventure with you, but they can come here and
Move in.
hang out, move in. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can repopulate this zone for you and get some of the economic buildings working again. And I do think that Greg spends a few days plant growthing around the scar of frost in the forest and getting things more or less back. You guys probably help do funerary rites for some of these people
would
that
have
you
to,
murdered. Probably burial is not practical at this point, so it's probably a large communal pyre.
I was going to say, aren't pyres more common in Greece anyway?
I don't really know anything about.
They are now. They are now.
I don't know much about ancient Grecian burial rites or like funerary rites, if I'm being honest. I think it has more to do if you worship the chthonic or the celestial gods. I would assume that chthonic worshippers prefer an earth burial, and anyway. Whereas the people who worship the sky gods may have preferred being burned.
Fuck it. Oh my god.
Relevant. Extremely relevant. Are you waiting for word to come back?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah. So Elenos, Elis, Olympia, Messene, and Pylos, they all fall in line. They are
Terrified of us.
They're terrified of you, but also they were already like friendlier to you, which is why you didn't start over there anyway.
Right.
And they're pretty far from Thebes in its projected political power. So that's why they weren't as worried about that. So you get that information back, and like I said, you get settlers to come in here and kind of start making it even easier for you to propagandize the Spartans, because most of them aren't from there now.
You know what the cool thing about Dionysus is? He likes blankets. By joining our ranks,
well,
you'll get 3 free blankets for you and your family.
There is I don't know. I need a DMPC who's like not a DMPC, but I need like an NPC that is like an actual like preacher or something, because there is a sermon here, and it has to do with the how the grapes are crushed and left to ferment, and from the violence and trauma of that, the wine, the strongest of the wines, is created.
Brings forward the spirit.
Yeah.
You all are the finest of wines.
Exactly.
Join our congregation.
You who were chosen.
Maybe it'll snow
survive.
again.
Who knows?
Yeah, also important to note, probably none of those people have ever seen snow.
Oh, so that was truly terrifying for them.
Yeah. Like this is it. Never. I'm not joking. Like it
This is the
never gets.
Mediterranean.
It
Like-
never gets this cold here. Like they were fully unequipped for this. There's not really a winter there's not really a winter here. In fact, in the original myth about Persephone, it doesn't get cold. It gets really, really hot.
Yeah, their problem would be heat, not
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, it gets a little too hot to grow stuff during the summer.
We could just move in and pretend like it wasn't us. Just be like, wow, that was crazy, right, guys? I've never seen anything like that. Huh, anyways, just
Forget about those weather threats we did the other day.
we would not. What a crazy
nothing to
coincidence.
do
We
with
said
us.
that as a joke, and then that happened? What? Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Super fucked up, man.
That's super fucked up.
You guys want some wine?
It'll warm you right up.
Use it to clear the streets. Hope the alcohol content helps melt the ice faster.
Wow.
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 So what's your next move?
So,
here, folks?
few weeks here, a couple places fall in line. What's up, boss? What do we do now?
Let's head back to Tegia and then head to Argos.
Hell yeah.
Since Tegia is on the way.
Absolutely. On the
Yeah.
road to Argos,
Perfect.
you, as you're traveling, you come across a felled tree lying across the road. Oh, let me see. What do we got here? Current. All right. I was letting you just use the general pool there. For the people you left. Here's what I have written down for your current entourages. That you're actually bringing with you. Acadia's got 2 squads of 8 maenads each. I think that includes the bronze ladies in there. I believe I already updated those numbers. Atticus
Sure.
is traveling with a retinue of 20, which is 8 musicians and 12 missionaries. Flaskley has his apprentice Giorgio Georgopoulos and 7 acolytes. Astratico is helping everyone gain more followers. I'm not going to let you roll for extra followers because you murdered everyone. Sorry. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, we brought everyone. We
Well,
brought people in.
Okay. I have an argument to make that that would potentially allow us followers.
Are
I
you
think
saying you think some people from the western cities came back with those messengers?
it is possible some of the people with the Western cities we would have asked for support, a show of support from them, surely as part of the, if you are with us, please send a show of support kind of thing, right? But so that plus the fact that everybody is in the local area, at least, is absolutely fucking terrified of opposing us.
I
I
don't
think-
really want
Chris-
unwilling followers, though, babe.
Well, no, these wouldn't be unwilling. He's asking for volunteers from the cities you haven't terrorized.
Yeah.
From Eleno, Salis, Olympia, Messine, and Pylos. Flip a coin for me and hope it comes up heads.
Well, I was going to say maybe not double followers because of Astratico, maybe just regular followers. But if you'd rather a coin flip, I guess I can 1d2.
Yeah, 1d2 in the roll 20 chat if you would please.
Sure.
One is going to
Figure out how to
be
do that.
one is going to be heads, 2 is going to be tails.
Oh, here we go. 1 is heads, 2 is tails.
Mhm. You're hoping for a 1.
1.
1.
A wave of migrants arrives. Also, everybody hear that the DF release date for the Steam release got dropped?
What?
December 6th.
When?
December 6th. Yeah, exciting.
The what?
For what?
For Dwarf Fortress,
Dwarf
it's going to
Fortress!
have a
Oh, yeah, I saw the news.
Steam release. Anyway,
What's wrong with you two? Why did neither of you tell me?
I just
You
found
just
out
got
that-
the new
I
RimWorld.
I just told you. Like, I
That was
found out
Donkey
today,
Kong.
and I told you
I
just
saw
now.
a news
Okay.
article earlier, like while I was smoking before game. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I found out because I follow Dwarf Fortress streamer on YouTube. Anyway, all right, Acadia.
Yes.
Yeah, because originally you had 2 squads of 5 Maenads, right? And
Yes.
this 8 already includes these bronze people, right? I believe.
I think so.
I think
That
so.
sounds right.
Okay. Now, I want you to roll just a d6 to see how many extra, like, human/demi-human grunts you get. When I say humans, I'm speaking like broadly. Some of these are technically elves or gnomes or whatever,
Like
but
mortals.
like mortals,
Humanoids.
Yes. Human, yeah, but like, yeah, not even just like, okay, there weren't like Leonids in this city because they have fur and they might have lived through this.
Yeah, they might have.
You're saying you're gonna give up the opportunity to make Leonidas a Leonid?
Yes, I wasn't gonna go that far. I wasn't gonna have Leonidas the Leonid. I very briefly considered it, and I was like, that's a little much even for me.
Your restraint is commendable.
Thank you.
I have cat.
Definitely some of the restraint of all time.
It's one of the books of all time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm getting there. Sorry.
so you're rolling me a d6.
Yeah, just give me just
Okay.
a second.
I can pop to the next person while you're getting ready for that.
Okay.
Axis.
Mhm.
Musicians or missionaries?
Both?
I believe that was an or question.
Do I have to choose? Hello? Sorry, I cut out briefly.
You gotta choose which
Okay.
you're gonna recruit for. These are not ideal recruiting conditions. I'm trying to like these roles aren't gonna be
Chris
as
just dropped out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are not ideal recruiting conditions. These are going to be worse than your last couple cities.
Right, which were a lot more ideal.
Right. So which would you like to recruit for, musicians or mission? If you want to recruit both, you can have one of each. But you won't get to roll for more than that.
Musicians.
Okay.
3.
Roll a d4.
I got a 3, Drew.
Okay, you have 3 more grunts. You can
Fuck.
You can
No,
fuck.
taking
you're
your
not.
offer.
You can't. That's explicitly an abuse of the chain of command.
That's
They can
true.
fuck each other. You're an officer. I'm just gonna move my numbers up to say 17 grunts. You no longer can have even squads. So I guess is it now like 9 and 8?
8. Yeah,
Is that how those numbers
Yeah.
work? Okay.
let's call it that.
9/8. Okay. Wait. You had 2 squads of 8. No. Sorry. It's because you have your 2 captains. It's 9 and 10. It's one group
Okay.
of 9. Because I forgot to count the captain. Sorry. What did you get on
Okay.
your D4 there, Actus?
1.
You have 1 more musician.
Should have taken your offer.
Should have taken the devil's bargain. Okay. Flaskly, you may roll a D4.
Huzzah!
This is all assuming that Astertico is boosting you. Like
Oh,
that's how you're
one.
getting this much. You have 8. You have an 8th acolyte join you. People, as it's sort of alluded to, this didn't make you super popular with people.
But they are afraid of us.
It impressed them. Not only are they afraid of you, it is consistent with the ethic and values
Moral
of the time,
Especially
or
Sparta.
of the this sort
We
of
were in
military.
fact magnanimous enough to warn them.
Yeah, I mean, Sparta would just...
Listen,
They were just wanting to
I'm on
murder
your-
us.
I'm on your side. Also, I just want to say, Peter and Chris, your nicknames are still
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunters. It's not required that you change it, but just throwing it out there. Also, I think it's going to change the
Oh, it will.
order of the talking heads, which is why I'm excited to see it happen.
No.
All right, cool. So now that we know how many extra followers we got, and it wasn't much. Hold on, I should shoot.
It's not about the quantity.
Argus is where we're going next. Okay. Do I already have the Argus stuff written down?
There we go.
That's fine. This is
All right.
okay.
I'm back.
Nice. Now everyone's got their names. Acadia, Actus, Acertico, and Flask. I love that only Flaskly doesn't have an A name. And doesn't Flaskly like also have like a second Flaskly's a nickname, right? Or is that his actual name? Does he have a also like
secret name?
A secret name that also starts with an A?
Yeah, but we're
not there yet.
This is Earthsea. You can't have that power over
Yeah.
me.
You know,
I'm gonna
like,
I'm gonna start reading Earthsea soon because I've decided I really want to get into Ursula K. Le Guin. I've
You
decided
should do
it's
it.
gonna be my new hyperfixation.
You should do it, and then watch the
It's
short
adorable
series
that you
that
think you get to
Sci-Fi
pick.
produced.
Wait, what did you say, Greg?
You can watch the Earthsea show that the Sci-Fi produced.
I
as
heard
well.
that's not very good.
You heard right.
You heard right.
You heard correctly, but you
Okay.
can still do it.
You can. You can
It's just
Okay.
an
still watch
optional side quest for
There it
life
is.
there.
it. It is bad. You can
But
still
yeah.
watch it though.
It's very bad.
Okay. Duly noted, I guess. I've
It is
definitely.
available but unpleasant.
What is this? Oh, flower. Oh, okay. That's fun. That's very specific.
Oh,
That's just it was a name generator for a specific type of Greek spirit that is not like well known outside of Greek folklore.
a
Okay,
Chuxin.
cool.
It's a Korean toilet ghost.
Oh, I want female
Rule
names 'cause
34,
this
man.
is Queen. Ooh, that's a good one.
Jeff
Queen Jeff. As you are
Jefferson.
traveling along the road to Argus. Now, again, combat, I don't really want you to bring your followers into necessarily. Because that'll slow everything way down. We can sort of assume they are doing something useful just outside the frame. Usually there's minions or something for them to fight.
okay, so there was a downed tree.
There's a downed tree. Thank you. That's where I was.
Yeah.
You were downed tree.
I want to look around and see, is this like an ambush?
I mean, you don't have to look around to know that it probably is, but yeah, like it's probably an ambush. This tree was like clearly dragged into the road.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do as you're moving towards that? You are going to have to, stop and go around it or something.
Can we get some like investigation, perception, something to
Yeah,
look
yeah.
and see where? Okay.
We could just
Absolutely.
levitate it off the road.
Who wants to do that?
Oh yeah, I guess.
I
We
will-
You're on a also you're in like a Mediterranean like forest path,
Oh,
right?
I will
Like
not
there's
do that.
like trees, but they're not super tall trees, If I remember correctly, like trees don't grow super straight in this part of the world, which is like why lumber was sort of valuable because it was hard to find good lumber trees. I don't know a ton about that. That's why I think they used a lot more stone for their building materials because wood wasn't as easy to do. Anyway, but you could build ships because you got.
Could I cast plant
wood is
growth on
good for
it
making
and have it
ships.
grow back up?
I mean,
Just grow up and off the road?
well, you would need to walk right up to the tree to do that, though. So probably get you within range of whatever put it here.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Let me check.
I mean,
my
you can do that.
levitate. I can levitate within 60 feet up to 10 minutes. Creature or loose object of your choice. Does a tree count as a loose object?
What's
Okay,
the weight
wait.
limit on?
I am looking for a weight limit and I don't see one.
I promise there is one. What was your thing, Wit?
I was just gonna say before we go moving trees or anything, maybe we could take an eyeball and make sure there's not soldiers waiting for the caster to get squishy and distracted, or
Sure. Who's?
I was
who's
saying I wanted
looking
to look around.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well-
Basically, do you want my passive or active?
Active.
I think we're actively investigating this. So
I would say
Sure,
that 18.
18.
Hang on. Investigate is when you know what you're looking for. So yeah, this is a perception, but that's what you rolled. Thank you.
okay, sorry.
All right. 8.
They would be the same for me.
Sure. Right. Persuasion. Perception. All right. You are perceiving an 18. All right, let me see what this thing is rolling for its hide right now. Okay. Turns out it surprisingly doesn't have a great hide situation going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a die to everyone. It's on Atkiss' sheet. Okay.
18.
It looks like you don't perceive whatever knocked over this tree. I mean, you are obviously suspicious,
Right.
like, and looking around, but you're not able to see the who or what might be lying in wait.
Okay.
I mean, I could just set it on fire.
All right. As you approach to set it on fire,
Oh, I was gonna cast fireball on it
sure.
to
You
just.
could do that too. I don't remember what all of these are. I'm going to put all of them away. Okay. All right. Everyone join me on the road map again. I'm going to just keep... This is just the general battle map that I just keep drawing more and more dumb shit on top of as we use it. Okay. Because, it's a good... just all right, I'm going to put these away.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm sorry.
And-
I'll be right back.
That's fine. You all grab your own. Your tokens should still be movable for you. So whoever is
Hey,
what.
there I am.
There we go. And then I want you all to roll initiative when you get a chance.
Sure.
Before I do, I just kind of
Sure.
want to say that singularity has no god within the universe of opposite corner life. Opposite hemispheres and opposite sexes by which all Earth life exists.
Oh my
So,
god!
What?
Just
Introducing Greg to Time Cube was the
Oh, he's
best
still
thing
there.
we ever did. Uh,
for as
Of course
long
he's
as
still
you
there.
dumbass, educated, stupid, and evil bastards ignore cubic creation,
is that what it
children-
says?
oh my god.
Greg, please stop.
This is amazing.
My
It got
head.
really angry and violent here.
Please
It
stop.
really says dumbass and stupid.
Yeah, it goes on a bit more.
Wow, he goes on one. I've never gotten far enough for it to get mad at me before.
Yeah, but it's just saying
Interesting.
if we keep ignoring cubic creation,
You're
so,
keeping
like,
it.
So we roll
I'm okay
initiative.
because
Yeah, did everyone roll initiative?
No.
Out of curiosity.
this is cubic creation, by the way.
Okay,
Okay.
he did tell us to roll
Oh.
initiative. Okay, where
This
on
is
this
taking a while.
chaotic mess?
Everyone pull yourself
Are
together
we?
and get in a marching order. Here, I'll
Okay,
put down a tree to show you where like the tree is, and then you guys can show me kind of where you want to be. We'll put the tree down here. This is a tree.
And we're
Everyone
to the
knows
left
that
of
it's-
it.
you're to the part that has road drawn of it.
Oh, that's
I'm
If
just
you
trying
want
to
to
remember.
if you want to think of yourself as being on the other side, just rotate the map in your head 180 degrees.
I'm just trying to remember where my token is.
It's probably the one that looks like a satyr.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
just on the thing already.
I'm trying not to draw this, but it didn't work.
I forgot I'm a cup of coffee.
Oh, that's right.
Irish coffee.
Irish coffee.
All right, I do want everyone to back a little bit up from the log, right? Like
I just assumed I would be in front.
sure, you'll be in front, but here, let's say let's
what's-
say that nobody's gotten closer than say like this.
Oh.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, and I'm just okay.
And then where's Acadia?
There's,
There she is.
Where's the girl one? Here it is. All right. You are accosted.
The girl one.
That's yeah. You're accosted by 3 giants, but they each have only one eye. These are the Cyclopes.
Oh
My
no!
initiative is 20.
I thought it was like the Bad Archery Club or something.
Nope.
The Bad
Wow.
Archery Club. Since they have no depth perception.
Actually there are rules that say no depth perception, and they get like a penalty for creatures for doing ranged attacks. They there's not a joke. Poor depth perception. Cyclops has disadvantage on any attack roll against a target more than 30 feet away.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Bad Archers Club.
Okay. So, all right. Wit rolled a 20, I heard. Which one are you, Wit? Oh, this one. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Wit rolled a 20. Who got the next highest initiative?
Looks
11.
like me and Actus, yeah. We both rolled 11.
Wow. Okay. An 11 is the next highest.
Yep.
Floskley rolled an 8.
Well, the
He
the
done.
dumb fuckers rolled a 2. Okay.
Floskley win.
Lasky rolled an 8.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then the other 2 both rolled an 11. So I don't have to know which of these is which of you anyway. That's great. All right. Well. Cool. So, yeah, you see 3 Cyclopses charge out of the trees towards you, clubs raised, battle cries going. Whoa, why?
Is everybody else's
Um,
being super slow? Or is it just mine?
I don't know. Maybe.
Uh,
Roll20 seems to be having kind of a situation right now. 2 of them are male, 1 is female. They all have one eye, despite the illustrations.
which one's the female giant?
This one.
Okay.
I think she
Oh.
looks more girly.
Oh no.
What?
Just their proximity to me
Yeah.
physically.
Yep. She is right next to you, actually.
I don't like that.
So I think, Katia, you got the initiative here. Sounds like.
Okay. Are they like, they're like attacking?
They have clubs raised and they're screaming.
Oh, okay. So
But
yeah.
not like, hey.
They appear to be charging for an attack.
Okay.
More
Let me
like,
just,
hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one back here came out practically on top of my friend, the druid.
Uh-huh.
Is he how? Jesus, all I can see is your nose, Greg.
Sorry.
I
How's-
can't see Greg's nose at all.
Is that
No,
better?
it wasn't. He had a shot where it was just like this.
Oh.
And
Okay.
hat.
That's how it has to be.
Are you I guess none of us are particularly squishy, though, huh?
No, none of you are.
Very
I'm
squishy.
supposed to be, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna drop video since I'm running Roll20 and Discord. You know, they get mad.
Sure.
Okay, well, I think I'm gonna just throw a couple javelins for the moment.
At which one?
One back here at the one creeping out from the side, and one at the one to the north.
There's two to the north. Or I guess, yeah, to the north. Sorry. I
Don't
was
make this
thinking-
more complicated than it already is to look at.
No, you're right. There's two to the south, and there's one to the north. Okay,
I
so
will
you
be
want
right
to attack
back.
this one and this one? Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Okay.
You're excused, Greg. You have 2 attacks, and are you raging?
Not yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And you long rested, right? So that like reset all of your
Oops,
rages and
that
stuff.
was. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That was what?
Okay, so the first one was a 23 to hit with 8 damage.
Hang on. That hits, but I just want to make sure they don't have any like resistances or something. Okay. All right. I gotta give them their hit points. So. Okay. How many points? 2? 8?
8
8.
damage.
Um,
The second one was only 9 to hit.
just because we're always trying to convert people, are we trying to convert this lady giant?
Yes.
She's a cyclops. Just want to be clear.
Oh, okay. Cyclops.
Not just a normal giant. I mean, she is a giant, but specifically a cyclops.
Okay.
Oh well, hang on. Non-religious legends claim that the cyclopes are spawn of one of the gods of the giants, but these creatures pay little heed to deities. They see little benefit in prayer and dislike ritual, which they perceive as complex and foreign. However, a cyclops that gains direct benefit from some site of divine power, which is threatened by a supernatural force or creature, will pay homage as long as the benefit or threat remains. So,
All right, that's up
I'd
to
say
you,
getting
Acadia.
juiced as a main ad counts.
what's that?
I'd say getting juiced as a main ad kind of counts as benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they won't be like believers. They will be.
They'll pay homage to.
They will. Well, at best, she will be like, "This make me strong. Me do it." You know.
Right.
Whatever, we'll have them break open the gate on the wall.
There's only you don't have a lot of ways to convert men.
Yeah, I know. That last queen of the Cyclops Giants.
Okay, anyway, you dealt 8 damage to her and you rolled a 9, so that's not good enough for the second guy. Do you want to do anything for bonus action or movement?
I don't think I have any bonus action. Let me double check.
Besides rage, you do not.
Yeah, just rage.
And you said you wanted to
So,
hold off on rage, probably because nothing's going to be swinging at you. You figured, or
I mean, nothing's in melee yet. I don't know. I guess it's a flavor thing. I tend to wait until something hits me. But
okay.
maybe I shouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, if you don't wait, then when something hits you the first time, you'll already have that resistance.
Yeah, and I have the bonus action, so I guess we'll just go ahead and pop into rage.
Okay. Yeah, you get juiced.
Is there a button for that?
You get really angry from you just click one of your rage boxes there to show that you used it. So it sounds to me like happens to Acadia is you hit the first javelin, and then when you miss the second one, you get so mad. You get so mad that you missed that you fly into a barbarian rage. And when you rage,
I have to roll on that wild magic table.
Yeah.
Today it will be
Wild Surge.
Until my rage ends, I am surrounded by multicolored protective lights. I have a +1 bonus to my AC, and within 10 feet of me, my allies gain the same bonus.
That rules.
So Get within 10 feet for that +1 to AC, boyos.
Damn.
Okay, sick. All right. Who wants to go first between Actus and Aspertico since you rolled the same?
Oh, it even highlights when you hover over in the turn order. That's nice.
Yeah. I don't remember which of you is which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the green one, I think.
Okay.
I'm the green one.
Oh.
I'm the green one.
You both are the green
I'm the
one.
green one.
I'm the not green one because I have control over the not green
We can
one.
move the green one.
Okay. Got it.
I was like, are you sure?
That's
I
how I
didn't-
knew I
No,
was
I
the
don't have
green one. I
control.
already moved it.
I didn't
Yeah.
know if this was a thing where Peter thought they were both green because he's colorblind or if it was like
No, I could tell. Well, okay, I was gonna say green was question mark because it could be gray.
could it? Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if it was gray
I
or
would give you
green,
gray on the blue.
It could be gray. I could see that green being a gray.
One could be
Anyway,
gray.
but I'm this
To me.
one.
sure.
So you could go first if you want, unless you want me to go first.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
My first move is to make myself invisible
Okay, you turn invisible. With which spell?
with invisibility.
Okay. Well, I mean, it matters because, like, you know.
Sure. I'm casting invisibility. Excuse me, not
Are
invincibility.
you passing it? Are you casting it through Shadow Touch, through your harp?
I'm going to do it through my harp, and I need to unfuck up Shadow Touched because I didn't realize I already had invisibility. So I'm
Well, that just means you get
having
another
to look.
free use of it per day. Like, that's not that bad.
Oh no, free invisibility.
All right, there was two things I was deciding between, and invisibility sounded more interesting, but I already have it. Anyway,
Okay, so you
I did
cast.
that in a hurry because I forgot to do it before.
Yeah, so you use a charge of your lyre to cast invisibility. You're now invisible.
Great. I want to. Now I'm going to move,
Okay.
and this may count as deception because I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration while I'm invisible. I double check that's not a spell or an attack. Right?
Sure.
Let me just double check. Okay, hang on. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts the spell. And you want to use Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah.
That it won't make you invisible. It won't uninvisible you. It will give your enemies a better chance of guessing where you are as you make sound.
Yes. Which
Okay.
is why you might be about to ask me for a deception roll because I want to fake my location while I move. So first, I want to spend 2 movement to get up here, and then Bardic Inspiration Greg there. Or if you guys would prefer, I can uninspire the one that looks like it's about to punch you. Either way. I have like an anti-inspiration I can use.
Yeah, if you anti-inspiration the one that's next to me,
Yeah,
I think that'd be good.
anti-inspiration that one then. And then what that does specifically, let me read it to you.
Desperation.
Unsettling words. As a bonus action, you can expend a Bardic Inspiration and choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. Roll the Bardic Inspiration die, 1d8. The creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn.
So say the next saving throw it makes.
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody make sure you target that with a thing that uses a saving throw.
I may or may
boom.
not have already been planning on it.
Okay,
So
perfect.
here's my d8 because it says I'm supposed to roll it.
Yeah, you should do that.
That's
Oh,
a 4, so it's going to lose 4.
Okay. So it's currently
love
got a
this.
floating -4 debuff to its next saving throw.
oh,
That was a
Okay,
cool
and I
bonus
want-
action and an action, and you've moved a little bit.
Right. So I've moved 10 feet, and I do the Bardic Inspiration from here because I want it to think that I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So is that a deception check?
Are you moving somewhere else?
Yes. Now I'm going to
Okay, show me where you're moving
for
to.
the rest of my movement over here.
Okay, then yeah, roll a deception check.
Okay.
Or no, I think it's
21.
I think what you're doing is it's stealth, but
Well, Well, I don't. No, I don't want to hide where I am. I want to seem like I'm over there.
You want to get to the new place without making sound after you made sound at the last place.
You can convincingly hide the truth verbally or through your action. Yeah, okay. You're right.
This is stealth.
Very right. Okay, fine. I'll roll stealth.
There's an argument to be made that it's performance, but I'm not going to hear that argument. It's stealth. Yeah, roll me a stealth.
Hard veto.
There is an argument because it claims you delight in audience.
Listen, these guys are stupid. So just roll the stealth check. They're not very good at this. They have a -2 wisdom modifier.
Sure, 15. 15 for stealth.
Okay, let's see what they get. 4, which is modified down to 2.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah, they think that you're right here. I'm actually just gonna.
That's a spectacular performance.
Just gonna put a little guy so they think you're right. They think you're right there. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Cool turn. Next up, you, Peter.
All right. Well.
Certico.
Acertico. I'm gonna cast Hold Monster.
On whomst?
The one right next to Flaskly.
And what does Hold Monster do?
It paralyzes the creature if they fail a Wisdom saving throw of 16.
A Wisdom saving throw, huh?
Yeah.
You're casting this from your Staff of Power?
That is correct.
Damn, costs 5 charges.
It does, yeah.
Okay, and make another Wisdom save. And is this considered an enchantment? It is. So if you can complete this, I'll give you control of this monster forever.
Nice.
Okay. No effect on the undead. It's just a creature. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
It specifies creature, not humanoid.
Well, right, yeah, because hold person is a humanoid.
Correct.
But yeah, I just wanted to check the language on that. Okay.
100%.
So she needs to roll a Wisdom saving throw, you said?
But aren't they also have a -4 to saving throws?
No, -2. It's a minus. Oh, she has a -4
disadvantage, right?
For now.
Or is it disadvantage?
Yeah, she's uninspired. Is what she is. She had unsettling words. She's unsettled. Okay, well let's see what her.
I mean, is it even possible for her to save then?
Yeah, she could roll a 20. What's your DC?
16.
Didn't so.
Yeah, she could have rolled a 20.
What is uninspired?
Well, that would have been okay. You're right. That would have been a total of -6.
Yeah, okay, so that's what I was getting at. Even rolling a 20, that still knocks it to a modified 14.
Damn. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
There was no way for her to succeed at that. All right, she's now held, and she basically can't do anything, right? And she can't attack or.
Yeah, she's now paralyzed. So paralysis.
Was it just specifically
incapacitated and can't move or speak? They fail strength and dex saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
And an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions, which we know also means it can't take bonus actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, let's see here. Where am I? There I am. Okay.
Okay. You did that. You paralyzed them.
I don't, because it's like, in terms of casting 2 spells, the second one has to be a
cantrip.
A cantrip, correct? Okay, yeah.
Well, like one of them has to be a cantrip. You could do the cantrip first. And
sure.
Then cast up. But
okay, and I have a movement of 30. So 5, 10, 15.
You can spend sorcery points to quicken a cantrip if you need to.
Yeah, I was gonna get there's 15, 20, stand right here, and then firebolt this with.
Wait, but that you just held that person.
Yeah,
and if
but
you
I was.
hold them for the full 20, they become, or the full 10 rounds, they become your
Oh,
unit.
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
So
Okay.
I figured that once you had them safely subdued, you were gonna focus fire on the other two. I mean, if you want to, you can.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah. Let's go ahead and attack this one with the.
The last
firebolt.
time you guys did a fight like this, that was what you.
That
did.
is what we did. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Um.
So fire bolt.
Yeah, fire.
That's a cantrip.
Which is a cantrip.
So you don't need to move at all, though, right? Or
No,
did you
it's a
already
distance
move?
of 120 feet.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me. So spend the sorcery points, which I think is just one, right, for a cantrip, and give me the roll.
Yeah. Okay.
And you did take quicken spell as one of your meta magics.
I did.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. You let me
Okay.
change it. It was a few levels ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
because
rolling
it's
so
so
slowly.
useful. Are you on D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Okay. You can also use the roll 20.
Oh well, I crit.
Fuck.
Okay.
Wow, a 30. Okay.
Yep.
So
I guess
He hit
okay.
it.
a 30
Fuck 'em up.
hits.
Yeah, give me that critical firebolt
All right.
damage.
All right. Let's do it.
That is the fun part of using the D&D Beyond character sheet.
Yes.
Fire damage.
That was pretty neat.
It is taking forever to roll.
Yeah. This is.
Damn.
I gotta figure out
That's
what the hell's
wild.
going on there. But let's see how
And
much damage it actually
That's
does.
usually 23.
23.
On a 40-10, that's not bad. It's a little below. It's about average.
It's about
right?
average. Yeah, that's about average. Yeah, so I deal 23 damage to this guy,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna move back.
Now these are giants, so they are a little bit damage spongy. Just to let y'all know.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I'm gonna move
I think
back
you
over
know
here.
that about giants.
Let me make sure my sorcery points are spent.
Like these guys are big and dumb, but they're also meaty. You know, so keep that in mind.
Right.
All right, cool. So I think that's your turn.
That is my turn,
Lastly,
yep.
we're up to you, buddy.
Would I need to do some sort of check to determine if these folks would count as humanoid creatures or not?
These are giants, and
Okay.
you know that.
2
These are
sorcery
the
points.
creature type giant.
Okay.
If you need a sec to think, I'm gonna go grab myself a quick bowl of stew.
Word.
Oh, here it is. Confirm.
Stew it up.
Okay. Alright, and then I already used the Staff of Power, but that starts at 20, I believe. And that knocked down to 15. Yeah. Well, dope.
Right?
That was a meaty firebolt.
For real though. Tagged him.
Yeah, that is like very average. Because average is 5.5. So average would have been 22 damage. So it was just slightly
I like
above.
this. I like this stew so much
Jesus.
that I'm planning to do a variation of it again tomorrow.
This game? Is that what you said?
No, the
Oh, the
stew.
stew. The
Mhm.
stew.
Nice.
I'm gonna make it with beef tomorrow.
Beef. So I think I might cast Call Lightning at a 4th level.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like
which
that. Love
bring-
love that.
Bring that up to 4d10 there. And I mean, this circle that the yellow one is pretty much a 60 radius, right?
I think that's what that is.
It looks 60 radius.
I think that is your. I believe that is your call lightning radius
Perfect.
because
And
you've done
it's
this before.
an appropriate color and everything. So
It
I'm gonna
usually
target-
it usually covers the whole battlefield, is my recollection.
I'm gonna target the cat that has already taken some damage from that firebolt.
Now, doesn't call lightning? Does it not need to be storming for that to start up?
Just as a storm cloud appears, I have to be able to see where a
Right. You have
place
to
for
be.
it to
You have to be
appear.
basically outdoors. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
or like a big gymnasium.
Okay.
Yeah, that I would argue that also.
You know what? Fine.
I can just
Okay.
fuck up a
You're doing
racquetball
this.
court.
You're doing this guy, the one that just got hit with the critical hit firebolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna have him have a real bad day.
All right. What did he see? You got to roll a deck save.
Yeah, deck save.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
DC 19.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
Jesus, DC 19.
He rolled a 7.
Oh dear.
Well, he'll take
So-
19 damage then.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah, for this turn, but it's concentration, so I can just do it every turn.
Sure. And that happens as a bonus action?
No, that is my full action.
I mean, on subsequent turns.
Yes.
Also-
No, on subsequent turns, it still counts as my full action.
Okay. Well, do you have a bonus action you'd like to do?
I
No,
believe
can't you
that
like spore out or something?
yeah, I could spore it up. Use wild shape, but wild shape is an action.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yes. Is that
Uh,
well? Hold on, I'm just gonna look and see what's under your bonus actions. Bonus actions: Flame Blade, second level Druid spell. You can't cast that because you already cast Call Lightning.
Yeah, that's right. I took
You
telekinetic.
could use your
I didn't have
telekinetic
bonus
shove.
actions before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I'd have to move to get within range of
Something
any of
within
them.
30 feet of you.
Yeah.
These guys are 4 squares because they're giants.
So
So, like, 20, 10, 20.
I think it's still
30.
have to move.
You would have to move, but not very much. And this guy can't
Yeah.
attack you.
And if you get within 10 feet of me, you get an additional
Right.
+1 to your AC.
Mhm.
Oh.
So if you're like right here or right there where you are, yeah. Now you're within 30 feet of him and you're getting Acadia's bonus.
Spectacular. So I think he's got to do a DC 16 strength save
Hell yeah.
or be shoved.
Hell yeah.
Bully.
Yeah. Strength is the one thing these fuckers are good at.
I figured.
But
That's okay.
you've been kicking them around the field all day. He got a 23 on that one. Not only does he have a good bonus, he actually rolled well for once in his life. So it does look like the one thing you're not able to do is telekinetically shove him. But you know,
That's okay.
you're just recalibrating your telekinetic muscles to the size of these giants. You know, next time
They're big.
next time you'll have a better idea of where the center of gravity is and where you should push, right? So,
Back of the knee.
back of the knee. Okay, first I'm going to have the lady make her save. Now, she no longer has the -4. So if she makes, and it's a 16, is the DC? Is that right?
16 is the DC, but I also am waiting
That seems low.
for silvery barbs. It's because I took the staff of power and
Okay.
not the if I took the other the blood sickle thing, then it
Mhm.
would have been 19.
Yeah, that seems more like what the Peter I know would have done. But
Well, I was making the character to be as like tough as possible.
that's fair. Anyway, so that means that this giant can pass this on an 18 or higher.
Correct.
She gets a -2.
But she also might be rolling at disadvantage.
Oh, is she?
She might.
Oh, if you're saying you will cast silvery barbs if she makes
That is
it.
correct, yeah.
Okay. She rolled a 12. She did not. All right, now these guys get to go. They're not held or paralyzed or anything, right? Like,
Not from me.
okay, cool. I just wanted to double check. All right, they got a 30-foot speed, so 10, 20. All right, and I'm sure they have a 10-foot reach. Yeah. Okay. So, multi-attack. 2 Great Club attacks on the barbarian. See, now you won't lose your rage because something attacked you. All right. Does a critical miss hit you?
It's a critical miss hit. Doesn't sound like it does.
All right. And he can hit you from here because of that 10-foot reach. So another Great Club slam on Acadia. Oh, wait. Sorry. He gets 2 attacks. 2 Great Club attacks. So second roll. 9. Oh, wait. But he's actually got a pretty good attack. So does an 18 hit you? Whit?
Does an 18 hit me?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Is it if it meets, does it hit me?
If it meets, it
yeah,
hits.
but on my version of your character sheet, it says you have a 17.
Except I'm raging and I have
Oh,
+1
right,
AC.
you have that +1 right now. But yeah, if it's meet or beat for AC.
Okay, well then yes, it did.
Okay,
It did
so-
indeed hit me.
All right, then he just barely hits you. That was on a
Very
9. I mean, like now the strength is the thing they're good at, right? So they are good at hitting you.
Yeah.
They got a +9 to hit, and a 10-foot reach. You are going to take some damage here. Remember, I'm going to give you the full damage. You're going to reduce it in half.
Okay.
So, and that is 3d8 plus 6. Okay. That makes sense. It's a 3d8 for the Great Club. That is large sized, and then it's +6 for strength. Rolled pretty bad on damage, actually. Yeah. 8 bludgeoning. Not so bad. Now the second guy is also going to attack you twice.
Okay.
But listen, this is your job. You're the barbarian. All right, that's
correct.
That's going to hit. That's a 20, and that's a 21. So both those going to hit. Then it's the same 3d8 plus 6, but twice. So 7.
7.
Yeah.
And
oof, finally
10
made
or
up for
11?
it.
It's 10. It's rounded
10.
down.
Rounded down. Yep.
Nice.
Right.
That's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, that really wasn't that bad, considering. Cool. And speaking of which, now we're back up to you, Acadia. You have, both of these guys they're keeping you where you're in their range, but they're not quite in yours yet. So
give them the old razzle dazzle.
I don't know if you got AoEs, but if not,
Me, I don't have AoEs.
Okay, then just kill one.
All right, so he's here. Actually,
that's right. You have a huge fucking hammer, right?
I do have one AoE. I'm just trying to see if they're close enough to each other.
You're wielding the hammer of
20-foot radius. Yes. Okay. Sexy. So I'm going to.
Oh yeah, you can explode your hammer.
I sure the fuck can. Hang on, just
This rules.
I'm just gonna back up here next to Flaskly, which also puts whichever of the boys is green in my AC range.
Cool.
And then we are going to pitch the hammer here-ish. That didn't click. No.
You want to? It's a 20-foot radius. So
how do I ping? How do I ping?
Left click and hold. Left click and hold.
Is it radius or is that
right there?
Circumference.
Guys, we're right here.
Radius.
20-foot radius sphere.
Okay, wait.
Right here.
Blow the shit out of that tree.
Yes, basically. Basically, I'm going to target the logs so that I don't hit me in Flaskly.
Yeah. So you want it to be... I see. One, 2, 3. Well, it should be 4, right? But it's radius, yeah, right.
It's exactly. Radius. It should be 8 wide.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It's big. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to cast it like well behind that log, but you can do it.
Is there a circle that I can move around or something? Do you want me to just
trying to
make one?
draw one, but I'm zoomed in too far.
Okay, well, let me just make one real fast if
If
that's
someone
okay.
wants to make a 20-foot radius circle, that would be rad.
20-foot radius?
20-foot radius,
8 wide.
not diameter. Yeah, 40-foot
8
diameter.
by 8. 1, 2. Okay, half.
Buckle my shoe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Really, all you have to do is put it right here.
Okay, look, just chill for a second, pretty please. I do know how to do a radius. I can figure out where to put my own spell.
Yeah, I got you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that is roughly the correct size and shape.
Cool.
Let me just put it in the right. Why? Come on, select. I said select. Select the damn circle. Let me move the. Why won't it let me move the fucking?
I don't
thing?
think you're allowed to move circles. I think I'm allowed to move
Okay.
circles.
Oh no, you can.
Well,
You have to
there.
hit select move
I
after
had
creating.
select move selected. It just didn't like it. Okay, but
I
that works.
assume that this is what you want, right? Where you don't hit any
Yes.
allies, but you do hit all of them.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So yeah, you blow up your initial assessment was correct. You throw it straight at the log, you blow up the log. So actually, you might also blow up the log. We'll see how much damage you roll.
They get a DC 15 Dex save.
Sick. And then how much damage is it? 6d6 fire damage.
Correct.
Holy shit. Okay.
If they save.
Roll that for me. I'll roll Dex saves for both of them. They're not good at Dex. Is it 16 or 15? They
15.
did actually. It looks like they both made it barely. They rolled a 15
how do
and an
I
18.
tell DD? I'll just roll it over here.
You just roll 66.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, cool. So half it
12
down
damage
to
each.
12. Well, that's not bad.
That's not as good as I wanted.
Sure. Is that an action or a bonus action?
That's an action. That's my action.
I fucked that up. Hang on. Okay. I need to put minus 12. Because if I just put 12, it just sets his HP to 12. Okay. Cool.
And then I can also summon it back if I want to later, but that's also an action. And that's it for me. I moved already as much as I'm gonna. I threw the hammer. Shit's on fire, I assume. 25 seems like enough to get a log going.
Sure. Cool. But you also have a backup, like
I have other weapons.
You have a ram? Oh, that's your inborn
my
attack.
Doesn't the weapon like magically return to you?
Yes, but you have to spend an action on it.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. You don't have any bonus action stuff you can do this time?
No, I don't.
Cool. Sick. Okay. That was still fucking cool as shit. And I will say it definitely blew up the fucking log. So the log is now a clear path through the log. You've now cleared the roadblock, which is nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
A bad bitch.
So that was your whole turn. Next up is Actus.
All right. So I am going to use Universal Speech.
Okay.
As an action, choose 5 creatures. I'm the 3 giants, cyclopses. The chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, for 1 hour. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest or spend a spell slot. This is not a spell. This is a feature. So does that break stealth? Invisibility?
I don't think so.
Great. Just double checking. So I've done that, and I will speak to them. And everybody, I'll speak in our regular tongue so everybody else hears what I'm saying too. Just very loudly. As you can see, your obstacles mean nothing to us. You are no threat to us, but we can easily kill you. We just took the entire city-state of Sparta in one night. They lie dead, frozen, and gone. Drop your weapons, and you can join us and raid cities as you like, alongside us. or continue fighting to your demise. And I
Okay.
want to. What do I roll to attempt to recruit them?
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
Or intimidation?
Which one are you
Well,
better at?
persuasion's probably better. Yeah.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Yeah, roll persuasion.
I'm pretty sure I have advantage. No, I'm not pretending to be. Right.
Yeah, you're
okay.
not able to use actors.
That's right. Sorry, it's been a minute.
It's
so
okay.
it's regular roll. Let me just make sure. I've got
Yeah, it's
regular
only a
roll.
plus 11.
Yeah, it can only the minimum is 21. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, it's 25.
Hell yeah. 25.
Oh, you rolled a 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they drop their weapons?
Hang on, just a minute. Okay. They 25, huh? Okay. Let's have them roll a wisdom save. Yeah, that's how I should do it.
And they're at -2 to wisdom.
That's a 16. That's a 14. They both look at each other unsure. And one of them says, I like raid and pillage. The other one says, points at Flaskly and says, You have wine?
Oh, we have lots of
Oh,
wine.
we got a lot of wine.
We want a lot of wine.
We can accommodate that.
That's like what we're all about.
Funny voice, Mick. Good point. Coffee
Right.
cup man, flask man, look delicious. He takes a drink out of you. Basically.
Isn't Flask
no.
like a statue?
Of Dionysus?
I thought that he was a
No,
giant
he tried to be a Kool-Aid, and you said
You
no.
told me
I
fan.
remember that, but then I also noticed that his icon was a cup. So I
Yep.
thought maybe I'd gone back on it. I don't
You
know.
did not.
I'm
That
a-
I am aware of.
You know,
That's great.
I'm a inconsistent little biatch. I like to imagine that on Flaskly's back he carries a large amphora of wine that he keeps.
That's probably a fair bet.
Like a kind of like a wuxia character, like a drunken master wuxia character who has like
Yeah.
the big thing of like rice wine on his back, you know?
Yeah.
But instead it's like a ceramic, urn, like a Grecian urn, but it's that size. Yeah, so he just picks you up and takes a sip out of your amphora, puts you down, and says, "This good wine."
Shit, yeah, it's good.
And says,
Thank you.
"Okay, we walk you rest of the way." And
All
now
right.
you've got two Cyclopses.
All right, what about
We're
the third
keep 'em-
paralyzed one?
I mean, once a full minute passes outside of combat, she's yours. She
Okay.
sees the light. She's a Maenad now.
Do we
I guess
wanna-
I'm gonna put that down. All right, I'll increase your Maenads by 1, and I'll just put in parentheses that some of these. Okay, we have 1 Cyclops and what was it? 3 bronze men. What?
3
Whoa.
bronze woman.
Woman is actually how I have it written in my notes.
Woman.
man.
I have the
Man.
I have the woe in
Whoa,
parentheses.
Man,
because they're because
She was.
Anyway.
you gotta believe.
you gotta.
She
Oh,
stole my
speaking-
heart and my cat.
Speaking of which, what's everybody's current piety score at?
I have
Anybody
no
got that
clue.
written down somewhere?
Hang
check.
on, I just gotta pull
I-
notes back up.
5 weeks ago, I had notes somewhere.
'Cause I
8
think
weeks ago,
I
I
think
have
everyone
3 piety. I have 8 piety at present.
I was gonna say I think everyone should be at 12 piety right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
I
some
don't
of
remember getting
you.
them other 4.
Well, no, I'm giving them now. I'm saying
Oh, okay.
I'm now updating. That was that I haven't talked to you about piety in a while, so I wanted to check on
It's
that.
true.
Okay. So everyone should be at 12 piety. Those of you who have Dionysus piety stuff, you're now votaries and can cast hypnotic pattern once per day. Or once per long rest, you know what I mean? As a charisma spell. And you now have advantage on saving throws against being charmed. So that's pretty cool.
It's hella cool.
So I think that's only. Did one of you take Oracle?
It excludes me.
It excludes you for sure. What did you all take for your?
It also excludes me. I have the Oracle.
You're the Oracle. Okay, then you get whatever the level 12 Oracle or the level 10. The votary level Oracle trait is. That's in the book somewhere. I have to look that up.
I'm just trying to find the link.
So I think it's Greg. So Greg and Peter both get that hypnotic pattern thing. You're just going to have to write that down because there's no integration of these
Okay, yeah. So
piety mechanics in D&D
we
Beyond.
can cast hypnotic pattern using charisma
Once per long rest.
once per
And
rest.
you have advantage against being charmed. Saving throws versus charmed.
Against being charmed. I think I already have that.
You might. That's a pretty common thing to get from various places. So
I have counter charm and can cause that for everybody.
that's also nice. We've got a lot of ways to keep you charmed on this team, and I like that.
Yeah.
Be right back. I'm going to get some more food.
Nice. I have resistance to psychic damage. I have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. I am
What was the other
immune-
thing about the hypnotic Hoozle? It was advantage against charm and what? Sorry.
It was advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and we can cast hypnotic pattern once per long rest using charisma.
Awesome.
Wait, what's your charisma?
13.
Oh, mine's 20, so that's very good for me.
Okay.
I can't even find the book, guys. Can somebody drop me a link?
Mythic
Anybody
Odyssey
have
of
one?
Mythic Odyssey of Theros. Is the name of the book. So under sources,
On the bottom left. Yeah.
it's gonna be in.
There it is. Mythic Odyssey of Theros.
Yeah,
And it's under...
I think you have to. Oh yeah, it's under like featured source.
I
books.
just linked it.
Yeah. There's now enough that like sometimes things don't always show up.
Oh. No, I meant like... But where in the book?
Oh, I can figure that out. I just needed
Supernatural
access to
gifts,
the
I
book.
think.
Yeah, supernatural gifts.
Yeah.
Wait,
There it
what?
is.
You have a supernatural gift. I don't remember exactly what everyone's is, but
I remember mine was...
I think. Do you have unscarred?
Yeah, I think mine was the unscarred. Yeah,
To
unscarred.
reduce damage,
Yeah.
and then because Wit took the oracle.
I remember taking
And now I have-
unscarred.
I have the Sphinx.
Divination.
Right, you're you're
The
inscrutable,
inscrutable.
and then Greg is heroic destiny, right?
I
Which
think
means
so.
that if he ever gets reduced to 0 hit points, which has never even come close to happening, he drops to 1 hit point instead.
Yeah, when I take damage, you can use your reaction to roll a d12, add your con modifier to the number rolled.
Yeah.
After you use this
Yeah.
trait, you can't use it again until you finish
Yeah,
the short
our
roll.
whole party is extremely tanky. is
Yeah.
the thing.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like, I'm supposed to be squishy, but I'm not.
But you're not.
I am
Greg is-
squishy. Great
Greg's supposed
effect.
to be squishy, and he's not. Chris, you're a little squishy, but you have so many like.
I'm a statue.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much have mage armor always cast because of the feat.
Sure.
Strixhaven Initiate.
Feet.
Yep.
And so so then my armor, my AC is 19.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
19.
So the rest of the trip to Tigia? Argos. The rest of the trip to Argos is without further remark, although, people on the road that you pass seem a little nervous at your Cyclops escorts. Cyclopes known to be brutish and kind of stupid.
Let's give everyone we pass free wine.
Yes.
To calm
You
their
do that.
nerves. Yeah.
That's a great
Just,
idea.
we're harmless, promise. Here's free wine.
Yeah, and you keep your Cyclopes pretty drunk too. That's helping. You arrive at Argos to find the city's gates closed to you, and a messenger at the top of the gate tells you, "Begone! We will not suffer savages in the company of savages in the walls of Argos. You will be gone. We want nothing to do with your rabble."
Oh, is it the Cyclops you guys
Y'all
don't
ever
like?
seen snow?
Your terrible life choices.
We've heard what you have done to Sparta. You will find that we are not so vulnerable to your foul sorceries as they were.
I think you'll find we have more than sorceries at our disposal.
You are unclean and you are banished from these walls. Your god is not wanted here. Your god is not needed here.
Are you so sure about that?
Beg to differ.
We have our own gods. We do
Yeah,
not
Real
need
jerks.
yours.
Well, in that
But
case,
surely, even if you yourselves and all of your people, devout followers,
We are
surely you must see the economic sense in adding more to your city and having more travelers coming and going, honoring shrines and so forth. The additional prosperity it could bring to you. And I'm trying to persuade him that it's a good idea to at least talk
Again,
about this.
This guy is a gate guard. He doesn't really care about the strengths of your arguments. He's got orders, and he's got a thing he's trying to say to you,
following
which
them,
is the
Fuck
queen. The queen Herophile will permit one of you to come before her and plead your case.
Looks like you're up, Chris.
All right.
Okay.
We got to clean you up.
Yeah.
I start pouring wine all over him.
Yeah. This will kill all the dirt.
No murder.
I mean, I don't fight, I hide.
One of the
I'm
four
pretty
elements.
clean already.
True.
Yeah, we've been wandering around a bit. We can
Sure.
scrounge up a bath.
I'll prestidigitate myself sparkling clean.
Oh, that would actually work great. And in fact, I think it could help you out.
You do that.
Do I press?
You are so Actus is the representative we're sending, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not Ostratico, who's also charisma based.
Yeah, I think.
Just double checking.
I want to say Actus has a slightly better persuasion than me.
I cannot do less than 21.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Why is that again?
Because I am an orator bard from the College of Eloquence.
Yes.
Yep.
Which
That's-
means he gets the,
You are.
he gets he has the reliable talent thing, but only for persuasion.
I'm well spoken, but you're way better at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. He is a
I'll give you
bard.
all the credit anyway.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you make a charisma or when you make a charisma persuasion or charisma deception check, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Chris, how long?
And if I need to impersonate somebody, I can add to that advantage.
Yes.
You could impersonate me.
Ooh.
You could
I
personally.
actually could.
Yeah.
You could.
It's like honest.
You could.
That's a fascinating thought. What is the advantage of doing that? Let me put it that way.
Well, the advantage
you
is
get
you
advantage.
gain advantage on your persuasion roll.
This is for actor, right? You get +1. You have
Yeah,
advantage
to
on
pass
deception
myself off though.
when trying to pass yourself off as a different person, and you can mimic the speech of another person with the sounds made by another creature you've heard,
Which you've definitely
as long
heard.
as you've heard it for at least 1 minute.
You've definitely heard Astrodico's.
You can. You can go in there and pretend to be Astertico, and I guess all of your
Why did you
deception
make
and
that
performance
face
checks.
at me? What did I do?
But it does not work on. I want to point out, doesn't work on persuasion. Only
Okay.
deception and performance.
Okay.
So basically, the act of pretending to be him,
Yeah.
you'd be really good at. But it wouldn't provide you with any benefit, like speaking with the queen.
Sure. Okay.
So probably best to just not.
But that's an excellent point that you just made, and if I ever need to appear as the Holy Prophet for some reason, we've got
Yes.
that in our pocket.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, we do now know that this is a solid backup plan, especially if you need to lie to someone a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But it sounded like you were gonna maybe try to play it straight, which
Well, I
anyway.
still straight up 21
Damn.
light on someone all the time anyway.
Prodigy is good. Okay.
Yeah, that's why my skills are so high, is because I took expertises in them. And then
Oh,
that
nice,
coupled
okay.
with the other shit means that, like, I have a +11, so minimum 21.
I see. Okay, you go to the invisibility zone. Yeah, you should just start using your shadow touched invisibility, because here's the thing about shadow touched invisibility. And I don't know, this isn't actually true, but I'm gonna rule that because you get this from because you can cast this without a spell slot.
Right.
I'll let you cast it without verbal components, or you've got to use a spell focus instead of the material component, and it's got a motions with your hands, I think. But I'll let you do that one silently, and then obviously the one that you do on your lyre, you have to like strum the lyre. So if it's important for you to go into invisibility silently, that'll be where your shadow touched will
Shine.
sort of come in clutch.
Nice. Okay.
If you want to do that,
I
because you
will
have
think
it from
about
two
that.
different places. Because
I was thinking it had a spell drop down list. I was thinking I might just pick a different one because I do like the main benefit it gave me.
You do, but the thing about shadow touch is you learn invisibility and one other thing, and you picked disguise self for the other thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So like the invisibility is the one you can't swap out. Sadly, I mean, we could, but I think it's kind of neat. And like, I know it's not like from a power gaming perspective, from a narrative perspective, I think it's kind of cool if you not only have a magic harp that makes you invisible, but then if someone takes that away from you,
I can go invisible and get it back.
You've been able to turn invisible this whole time on your own power.
Yeah.
And you just don't necessarily do that often. And that to me is so that
it fits the character really well.
As an improv comedian, there's nothing that I love more than that. Like the idea
got a
that
backup for his backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Anyway.
Do your characters not have secondary backups?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
No, I do. I have primary and I have secondary. And then tertiary.
So
yeah, you've got your fucking hammer back, by the way.
Oh yeah, I assumed we left the scene of that particular
way later. Everyone can long rest again. All right, so Actus, you're brought before the queen. Her name is Queen Herophile. She's the queen of Argus.
Okay.
And she, as you're brought before her, she sees you walking with your caduceus, right? And she says, "Now, why would a man of Hermes associate with these outlaws? You are a messenger. You can find profitable work anywhere. roaming the land, and you seem quite blessed by your god. Why keep company of these heretics?
But
That
that's just it, isn't it?
they put
It's
forth
not.
a false god, the bastard son of a questionable princess, and say this is a god. What this is nonsense.
That attitude, that understanding, that is precisely why I am needed. A messenger does not go where there is no message to deliver. It is news that I bring you, and your mind that must shift to accommodate it.
What news do you bring?
Why, I assumed you had heard. The fall of the city Sparta, the return of Dionysus.
We've heard of the fall of Sparta. There are few accounts as to what really happened. Many people are claiming responsibility for the unnatural storm that took Sparta. As I said, if it is you, we have ways to deal with that here in Argus. You will find that we are not as fearful of magic as our brothers down in Sparta. We are a bit wiser to the world.
Yes, well, that works for both of us. You see, it is not your fear I wish to compel, but your wisdom I seek to evoke. You see, Sparta, we approached their gates. They denied us audience. We warned them of the consequences. They paid no heed. Judgment came to Sparta. And it could have come in many other forms. But that's not the point. They denied us audience. They did not even hear the words of one sent by the divine messenger himself. You already prove your wisdom is magnitudes beyond those Cretans.
You do not need to tell me I am wiser than the late Leonidas. Spit out your words, messenger. I grow bored.
Then I will be brief. We have come to return the worship of Dionysus to all of these lands. Not to overturn the order that exists, not to replace, but to complement. And so I beg your majesty to consider the wonders that diversity can bring, the additional economics of those who may make pilgrimage if this were a place we were allowed to establish holy sites, and the prestige you will have being one of the forerunners, a first thinker of ways that we propose to you. And you would be showing signs of your great intelligence by getting on board early. For the return of Dionysus will come to all of these lands. And if you are a friend to us now, then certainly we will be a friend to you later.
I hear your words, messenger, but here's the problem. The shadow of Thebes looms large, and Pentheus has made clear that any friend of yours is an enemy of his, and so here I am in a situation that I cannot abide. I can either have troops marching at me from the east, or I can have witches and outlaws ravaging my streets from the west. What am I to do?
The answer seems clear, Your Majesty. Of course, I need not speak to you of your wisdom. Certainly know what I mean.
Return to your little camp of miscreants and wait. I will send word ahead. I will send word to you later, after I've had time to consider and speak in council with those closest to me. Go ahead and give me a
Consider as
persuasion
well
check.
the properties you will hold if you march your army north and trample upon those who would oppose your will.
Yeah, roll me a persuasion. See how well this went.
21.
Okay, 21. All right, you head back out. You are escorted back out to the rest of your party. If you guys want a moment to chatter there, some time is going to pass before a message arrives from the queen.
Well, I gave it my best. I suggested that she would profit by turning her armies against Pentheus.
Profit.
Did it work?
After our reception at Sparta, I think we should make ready for either possibility, though.
Good to know.
She clearly is trying to decide, in my view, whether she fears us or Pentheus more.
Okay.
At this,
I
mean, we've been traveling
ahead.
for like a month.
Probably about. I mean, if you're counting the parts where you rested in cities and gathered people, let messages go. Yeah, probably about a month.
All right, and so we took over and converted this entire fucking area in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
It seems pretty clear that the momentum we have that we're gaining is incredible, and Thebes is just another pit stop essentially. Yeah, what?
I was just gonna say, I do, for our sake, I do have a shiny new divination spell that I can use
Ooh. What
to
is
get
it?
some insight into the
Explain.
queen's likely answer.
What is that spell?
It's literally divination.
Oh.
That's my new shiny for my piety boost.
What is somebody remind me what the divination spell actually does?
Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god of God's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. The spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Sure. Okay. Got it. Yeah, you could do that. You could ask for a sign.
Right? I believe that's what I will do to see if Dionysus can give us any insight into what the queen will choose so that we can prepare if we're to be attacked.
And what was the right? What is your specific question? Because that's what the spell says, right? You ask one question.
You ask a single question, yeah. Would anyone like any input? Because I think probably my question would be, what is the queen going to do? The queen of whatever this city is. I've already forgotten. I'm sorry.
I think this is Argus, right? Yeah.
Argus. Yeah.
This is where the Argonauts are.
How is the queen going to respond to us? If anybody else would like some input on making that more direct, less genieable.
If anyone wants to workshop that, now's the time to speak up.
No?
I'm
Nobody?
thinking on it.
He's thinking about it. Are you thinking about it?
We start calling lightning. Was lightning?
Will the queen offer us her support?
Lightning the queen.
Ka-chow! I'm from Greece.
Hazel calls him Lightning the Queen.
Lightning the Queen.
Nice.
It's much better.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Always better.
Stop me now.
So what's the final word there on that question?
Everybody good?
My
Nobody wants
suggestion
to.
was, will the Queen offer us her support in earnest?
That is another question. Peter or Greg, you all got opinions there?
I think those sound good. I don't.
They sound good to me.
Do you have a preference?
Okay, but I only get one
One?
question,
Yeah.
so.
So we have Chris, can you repeat your question one more time?
Will the Queen offer us her support in earnest?
Okay. And then what was your question again, Whit?
Was how will the queen choose to respond to us?
I mean,
I feel like
I think Sorry, go ahead, Greg.
Oh, I was gonna say, I just think that how the queen will respond will be offer more of a range rather than like a yes or a no or a because like the queen could offer support but everybody else could not. So it would be a bit more to plan off of.
I mean, the queen does have the power to change. So if she then says, "I will offer support," we'll get it.
And I'm trying to an extent, I'm trying to genie proof it. Because, like, if we just said, will the Queen offer us her support, which I get is not what you're suggesting, but if that were the case, that she could, like, falsely do so.
Yeah, that's why I said how will she
Oh,
respond rather
like-
than what will she answer.
That's why I put the in earnest.
Oh, so it's kind of like, is the queen going to offer her support? I don't know how much different that is.
For real and not for fake.
Yeah, for realsies, not for fakesies.
I mean, sure, come on in and we'll get you set right up. And stabbed in the back as soon as we cross the gate is a possibility. I don't know.
I mean, like, part of this question kind of assumes that, like, the truth will be told.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
That's
I'm going to
fair.
offer my
Okay.
support in fake. That's not offering support, though. That's just lying.
That's very fair. Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna go with my
Yeah.
original version, which is how will the queen respond to our.
In response, you receive an omen from the gods.
Not good, my dude.
4 birds fly through a cloud and emerge on the other side. This is me with the word puzzles for toddlers open right now, and you all looking at me like I just said the most impenetrable shit imaginable.
So
Puzzles for a 6-year-old.
It's not that it's impenetrable; it's that it could mean a dozen things.
who
man.
is gonna roll insight?
Well, oh Jesus. Okay, hang on a fucking second.
Oh. Do I understand? My passive
Classically is
insight
wondering if
Hang
we
on.
can all
You don't
actually
even
fly.
technically know
Rob,
yet.
everybody chill out. The oracle is the one who used the power. The oracle is the one who saw the omen.
Oh.
The rest of you don't know jack shit.
Oh, we don't see the birds.
You don't. I mean, I'm sure you probably could
Maybe
see
you
some
see the birds,
but you don't know
you
it's
don't
related.
recognize them as an omen
Okay.
because you're not an oracle. If you wanted to be an oracle, you should have taken that supernatural origin.
I'm good.
Okay.
Like, let a bitch respond. Goddamn. Okay. What would be an appropriate role to attempt to interpret that? Like, could I use nature maybe?
I think you have to use your judgment with Henriksen, the living
That's
player.
not fair.
That-
Because
it
Acadia
says-
has different
it
skills than I
says-
do.
But it says in the description of the
Doesn't
spell,
say I'm not allowed to
that-
try and interpret
it
it.
says that the response can be an omen. Like, it doesn't say I have to give
I
you a
think-
straight answer.
It doesn't, but I feel like that's a really cop-out omen.
I mean, like,
I know exactly what that omen means.
Be a fan of the
feel
players,
like
then.
it's a good omen.
Do you want to? I think
birds
what you should do is
make it
come
through.
before your party and say the gods have given me an omen, and ask them what their opinions on that are. You know what I mean? I think you should all
Here
talk
you
it
go,
out.
guys. here's the bullshit the gods had to say, which is not how Akidia would say it, but
No,
So
I think it is.
we're the four birds, right?
Yeah.
four birds flying through a cloud and then coming clean.
Flaskly
Okay.
tries to fly and bites it.
Yeah. It was four birds flying through a cloud and emerging on the other side.
Emerging
It
on the other
doesn't
side.
doesn't mean that we're birds.
Was
That's-
the
we got
cloud
that.
was the cloud dark or stormy in any way, or was it like
It was-
nice and
it was-
welcoming and fluffy?
It was white. It was a white cloud. Not a
Cumulus or like
Cumulus. A cumulus cloud. A fluffy white cloud.
I mean, this feels like that we're going to go through some uncertainty and emerge out clear. Right?
it's gonna come out the other side, and that's
We're gonna come out on the other side and it'll be good.
As you are debating the meaning of this omen, the messenger from the queen arrives with the queen's response. You are to be allowed. You and your entourage are allowed passage through the city, but you are not permitted to stay even one night within its walls.
So the remaining
can we get
neutral.
like food or
Like,
Yep.
I thought the omen was pretty straightforward.
So
It'll let us pass through unharmed.
I am gonna shit somewhere.
Okay, where?
Like a bird
Like a
would.
bird!
Okay.
Just like a bird!
all right.
We'll
So
watch for somebody washing their cart and shit on their brand new clean cart.
so does this count as being a friend
To who?
to us?
No.
I
It
This is
doesn't.
more like
I
reluctant
don't
neighbor.
get to decide that.
I didn't ask
This
you
is
either.
not
Oh,
an
sorry.
active
Okay, well,
adversary.
the three of us are saying no.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
thing is not an active adversary. Like this is like some Sweden shit, Switzerland shit.
I mean, they had the option of joining us or not. And then they
Yeah.
chose not joining us, but they won't hinder us in any way.
Okay. So we pass through the city, and when we're in the middle, we go.
Wait, whoa, stop. Can we just hang on for like? I hate that. Why is the barbarian's voice of reason? Didn't she tell you that she didn't want to go against this other city that was super scary?
Thebes,
She did indeed.
Thebes.
Okay, so maybe, just maybe, we don't mark a whole nother second town this session, and instead take
Well-
this passage.
I also have to say, if you like coming into the city under this agreement would put you under if you walked in and then immediately broke your word, that would be immoral from your god's point of view.
Oh, all right. Hospitality.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
The hospitality clause, yeah.
So-
That's why she specifies you're not allowed to sleep there, because then she is bound by hospitality towards you as well, like further.
For
you know
a
what I
little
mean?
kiss on the
Yeah.
forehead.
So they've given us safe passage. It sounds like if we get Thebes, she'll come along. From what,
Yeah.
you got
I mean,
told,
we get
Thebes,
which
we're
I'm assuming
done,
you told us.
Thebes is the end of this campaign. Yes.
Yeah.
Thebes.
So is being a Switzerland good enough? I say probably
I
not.
think we can't do anything about it without breaking our own god's rules.
I think if we travel to, like, Mike and I, and maybe even, like, Sikyon or Corinthos, like, and we happen to get them,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll have a much stronger argument to get back Argos.
Yeah.
Because then it won't just be everyone to the east, it'll be
Like-
some of the people to the
You'll be
east
surrounded,
and
man.
This is
everything to
the-
the west.
Yeah. This is the result of a successful persuasion check.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because the problem is everyone to the east will fuck me
Mhm.
up, and everyone to the west will fuck me up, except the west is likely weaker than the east.
For now.
For now, yeah.
For now.
So I think it makes a lot more sense rather than wasting the resources and more bad will and breaking rules with our god to maybe move on and come back.
Correct. That
Okay.
That is how I was viewing this. Is that like
Show
be
them that
back
we're
later.
cool, man.
We may even only need to get one more city. Like if we go to like Mike and I, that's right there.
Is Mike and I bigger or smaller than Argos?
About the same size.
Right.
Okay.
But it's bigger than like Tegia.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pass through then, and
Yeah.
Alright.
head to
Agreed.
Mike and I.
You accept Queen Hierophile's offer. You are
Olive branch.
as you go through the city, you're permitted to resupply and buy provisions, but you are carefully watched by a group of guards to make sure that you do not proselytize to the citizenry, that you maintain adherence to the laws of this polis.
Do the polis's laws say giving out wine is proselytizing? We don't have to say nothing. We can just give them free wine. Okay, yeah, got
They
it.
won't let you give out the free wine. That's the thing I was saying.
Can we buy our guards a little treat? No
No,
meat pie.
they won't take it. They're not allowed to take
Pigs
tips.
a pie.
They're not hungry.
It's a
There's no way they're not hungry. Not a little bit
it's a conflict
hungry.
of interest. They
I
have
just like
they have
wave a
lunch-
steaming meat pie under their nose. I'm like, you're not even a little bit hungry.
they have
Stop it.
they have lunch breaks built into their schedule, so they're fine.
They don't live in a
Capitalist,
capitalist
man.
hellscape.
Yeah, they're fine. No,
I
they
hate
are
the meat pie, and I hate it.
good. Good. Okay.
I don't understand this.
You continue on your way to Mike and I. Mike and I, pretty close. Less than a day's travel, or about a day's travel, and but it is through. There's I think it's like hilly and mountainous there. And you are forced to camp outdoors.
Oh no. I mean, I think we'll be fine. We lived in the woods for like decades.
Yeah. Although again, now you are in kind of rocky, low mountains, right? Like tall hills, short mountains.
Did the Cyclops continue on with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all with you. Defy death. Oh, and Greg, when you do finally get reduced to 0 hit points, you have advantage on all your death saving throws. Damn, that's
So we're
wild.
camping?
Yeah, right?
Yay!
Yeah.
We're good at camping.
Okay.
Who's taking first watch?
I don't have to sleep.
Flaskly. All right, Flaskly.
I will also take a watch though.
I mean, yeah, if we want to double eyes,
Also,
right?
like there are also like banads patrolling our camp. Like we're a pretty big crew right now.
Sure.
Would you want to be on first watch with Flaskly or on second watch?
With flask.
I'll take second. That's
Okay.
or you want me to be with Flaskly? I'll be with Flaskly. That's fine. We can chat with.
I'm
the
just
six.
saying all watches are with Flaskly because unless
So
I've used
Flaskly's
spells,
not
I
going
have
to
no
sleep.
reason to rest.
I see.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I can just stand on a chair in the middle of camp T-posing. And
So
just,
Flasky is going to do both, is what he's saying. So whichever one. So it sounds like first watch.
third
Yeah,
watch
sure.
as
All
well.
watch is with Flaskly.
There's only 2 watches. They're 4-hour watches. Anyway,
Flaskly sees all. That's all I'm saying.
Flaskly sees all. Man, you know what I miss in 3rd edition? They would tell you the terrain that the monster was frequently found in.
Mm.
That's a thing you can search for on the DDB site. There's a filter for that. I used it when I was building encounters for you and Chris.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, let me check.
Unless they've changed it.
Let me see something. Search. Where's my filters? Monsters. Monsters. There it is. Monster. Thank you, monsters. Oh, environment. There we go. Thank you. Hills. Filter monsters. Cool. All right, roll me a pair of perceptions there.
Oh no, I just closed the thing. Okay, it's fine. I'll open it again in a second. You said perception? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah,
I
perception.
said perception.
11.
11. And
4.
4.
oh boy.
Flaskly's just got kind of like a screensaver.
Okay.
We didn't see shit
Well,
about shit.
Boop. Boop.
that means all right. I'm gonna need everybody to
Ashley's
roll.
playing Pong with himself.
Everyone needs to roll initiative, but you are gonna need to. What? No.
Gonna need to.
Need to what?
Hang on. I'm just trying to open up the actual
Break
thing.
hands.
Everybody's gonna need to roll initiative. Is what I'm
Mhm.
saying. But some of you, everyone is surprised.
Sorpresa.
Sure.
And we are surprised until our turn?
Yeah.
Surprise
Okay.
is a condition, so.
Yeah, but it goes away at the end of your turn, I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
Surprise.
So everyone roll that for me.
Got another
I got a
one.
9.
Right.
18.
All right, hold on. 9 for Wit. 18 for Chris, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Greg and Peter?
11.
Okay.
19.
Okay. But none of you noticed the thing. Which
I'm presumably asleep.
right. Mm-hmm. But like, you're gonna be surprised until like you perceive it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's not like, this thing's starting on initiative count 15, but like that doesn't mean that like Greg isn't surprised. He's he hasn't really taken a turn yet.
I just don't even know I'm surprised yet.
right. Exactly. Okay, let me actually just put this in the correct order. There we go. Perfect. All right. So you don't hear anything approaching you. But
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Great.
They just keep dabbing.
But
Something is.
in the morning, when you all wake up, you find the way is blocked.
By a
There's a
tree.
there's a part of the road that goes between two large boulders.
So
And
none.
standing in between them is a sphinx.
Cool.
So you're all
Hi, kitty.
you're all in initiative so that you can, do stuff. The sphinx doesn't appear to be hostile yet.
Who's a good kitty?
Cool.
So the Sphinx approaches us.
No, the sphinx is
blocking the
blocking
road.
your way.
Okay.
Tickle
Well, we may
the
as well have
path.
breakfast.
It's watching
we
you impassively.
talk to it?
Ask it if it
Maybe
wants
we should.
some eggs.
It's watching you
Yeah.
impassively. Its eyes follow your every movement. But
Cool.
it makes no move and it speaks not.
I will absolutely offer it some eggs.
You get close. All right. Well, I mean, how close have you gotten to it, I guess?
I don't know. I'll walk once breakfast is cooking. I just want to offer it some breakfast. Is that
60 feet
It
away.
does not
just, like, shout at
respond
it.
to. It doesn't respond to any verb. Like, if you speak to it, if you're like, "Hey, do you want some breakfast or whatever?" It doesn't.
no? I meant like walk up to it with food.
Okay. When you
So,
get
like, yeah.
within 10 feet of it, it says, "Come no closer, mortal."
No bacon then?
I am here to bar your way until the gods a toll you pay.
Okay. Does that preclude bacon?
Is the bacon not enough? Or
No answer.
Uh,
Impassive stare.
More bacon for me, I guess. It was
Yeah.
worth a shot.
What toll do we
Sphinx-
need to pay? What's the toll?
Sphinxes do riddles, man.
It stares at you.
Just all right.
is it like wine? Can we ask if it wants wine? We got a lot of wine.
I mean, it didn't want bacon.
You can't get drunk off bacon.
Okay.
Or can you?
I don't know. Wait, is there a way that we could like wine soak the bacon?
Flaskly just starts chugging bacon grease.
I mean, you could, yeah.
Wow.
I was just trying to fuck around with Lastly because I am not the thinky person here.
Wait, can we ask what the toll is, or
You've asked. The
Someone did.
Sphinx hasn't said anything besides that stuff that it just said. But it like you've already asked it, and it didn't seem to be interested in answering you.
So it said the god. I'm trying to remember the exact wording.
I'm here
Can I
to
just
bar your
yell?
way?
Can you repeat yourself?
Well, it's something like, "I'm here to bar." Shit. Now I can't remember the exact wording.
Bar your way until a toll to
But
gods
yeah,
you pay or something.
Yeah.
I am here to bar your way until you're told until you're told to the gods is paid, I think is what it
Yeah.
was.
It sounds like it wants human life to me.
What that? Why are you leaving the human sacrifice? The Greeks don't do a lot of human sacrifice, man.
This is the problem with playing with someone who doesn't know a lot about Greek mythology.
You were warned.
Yeah, I was. I'm right there with you.
No,
Okay, well,
that's fine.
I'm clarifying.
Okay, we need to pay a toll to the gods. If through some chance this is value-based, I can distort the value of something.
Like
I
$5?
just want bacon.
How much bacon?
Any bacon.
Maybe it wasn't enough bacon.
Whole pig?
All the bacon. Yeah, all the bacon.
I'll bring in a whole pig. I can go get a pig. Hunting up a pig's no big deal.
Okay,
Right?
sure. Start there.
Can I go hunt a pig, Drew? Or boar? Sorry.
Sure, do whatever you want.
One of those
What do I
mountain
need to do
boars
to
that
go
are
hunt a
everywhere.
boar?
Well,
I
if it's,
guess roll survival.
I was gonna
Okay,
say if
I have
like
that.
if the toll to the gods we pay, then maybe we can ask Dionysus about what his toll would be.
Maybe you
I
could.
can totally do that while I'm hunting. I rolled a 20 on my survival check.
Okay, you successfully catch and field dress a boar.
I want to ask
That's a
Dionysus
thing. You sacrifice like animals?
what's
Yeah.
going on with this fucking Sphinx.
You
Okay.
usually do it live, though.
Hang on.
I'm trying
All
to remember how when I last spoke with Dionysus. I remember I used Flaskly as a medium.
Yeah. It's possible.
Flaskly, do you want to do that again?
I think you
Yeah,
did use
sounds
Flask
good.
as medium.
You did,
somehow.
yeah.
How did we do this last time?
Right, that's what I'm trying to
Wasn't
remember.
Flaskly like constantly moving into your field of vision?
Yeah.
You just kept turning.
And I kept, well, because Dionysus kept moving out and was like, this feels awkward.
His god
Yeah.
took on my image because I am a statue of Dionysus, and so he was just walking away, and I was confused.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What are you guys talking about? What's going on?
Yeah, so Dionysus reappears to you and says, "Hey, what's up?"
I was
going
like, currently a sphinx is blocking our way to move toward Mike and I.
Yeah.
And then said,
Nice.
and then I repeat the phrase that the sphinx told us. And it's like, do you know what that might mean? What that toll might be? Seeing as you're a god, I thought you might have some insight into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Great. Would you mind telling us?
If I just tell you, then you haven't passed the Sphinx's test, you know?
Stars above.
There's above. Um,
There's the what?
it's was it Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Chip Symbol 1.
Cho Symbol 1, yeah. This is CNN. Because it's like, I'm currently thinking this might be... It says, a toll to the gods. Until you're told to the gods, you pay.
Okay, go back to the map.
All right, so wait, you bring the pig before the Sphinx and like what? Just like throw it down?
I'm assuming between my Maenad status and my Oracle status, I should know how to make a sacrifice to the gods. So maybe give that a shot.
You make like a burnt offering on a little altar in front of the Sphinx, and it just kind of watches impassively, inscrutably, the whole time you're doing that.
Okay.
When you finish the process of sacrificing, the Sphinx doesn't move.
I'm also kind of curious if it's like one of those that's like you have to pay a toll, and then it's like, did you mean a toll like a ring-shaped reef? Island?
Yeah, I was just wondering, is there a God's Atoll on the map? But no luck.
Because that's what I was thinking also. I mean, there is like a chain of islands in like Ithaca and Zakynthos.
There's also like
it's just like $5 a person or something,
or whatever that's called.
Like, is there a bucket or a big bell somewhere that we can toll, or is this Dark Souls? Is this game becoming Dark Souls?
Yeah, does anyone have a bell? That's a good thought. Can't hurt.
Might help.
Does okay, so the place we're heading towards.
Wait, does anyone have a bell?
What yeah, I was like, what god do they worship, and do they have a bell that can be rung?
Does anyone want to make any kind of well, okay, wait. I was with you up until the last part that said, like, what kind of god do they worship? Yeah. And do they have a bell that we can ring? Now, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Well, I first want to know, what god do they worship?
Yeah, well, does somebody want to do some...
I will
got a
inspire
religion
Peter.
Okay, wait,
or whoever.
Hold on, a lot of people are talking.
Flaskly first.
I got an 8 on religion, so.
Okay.
So you're the one who's gonna roll?
Yeah.
So,
okay, but I think
guidance.
I was gonna bardic inspire, which I think.
I'll cast
okay,
guidance
you can do
also.
both. You can do both of those. So that's a D8 and a D4, right?
Yeah,
or is it a
I
D8
believe so.
and a D6?
It's a D8 for me.
And a D4 for me, I believe. Guidance.
And this is just those are just added to my roll.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you do normal roll, and then you also roll a d8 and add that, and roll a d4 and add that.
Yep.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Big money.
33.
33. Yeah.
Are you not done yet, though? Are you?
No, that was it. He
That
rolled
is-
both of them.
yeah,
he did
one
a
D8
D8
and
and a
a
D4.
Yeah, 7 and a
Together.
2. Jesus. 33.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
I don't know
That's-
much. I just know
That's
that
very high.
Yeah.
You've definitely been here before. They worship the they worship the pantheon here. They worship the 12 Olympians, which is I don't know if I can do all 12 Olympians off the top of my head. I'm gonna try. Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, Poseidon, Hades, Persephone, Demeter, Hermes, Apollo, Artemis. How many have I got so far?
10
Does
or
anybody else
11.
have 10. And then Hestia and Ares.
Do you say
Okay,
okay?
that's
Harry,
12.
Ares, yeah. That's
You
fine.
two
Aphrodite's
tentacle
other husband.
Aerodactyl.
But do Poseidon and Hades
Hey,
count? Don't
I
they
don't
have
know.
their own? Aren't they lords of their
No.
own different realms?
Yeah, but they're still
Yeah,
part
but
of
I
the
think they
12
also
name.
appear
Ah.
on the list of the 12 Olympians.
Okay.
Some of those I may have had wrong, though. Because, yeah, Hephaestus is, I feel like, maybe on there somewhere.
Hephaestus is Aphrodite's husband, so I would think so.
Yeah, Persephone might not actually be
It's
on.
his consort, too.
Persephone might actually not be one of the 12 Olympians.
No, actually, I don't think she is.
Yeah. Anyway,
Her mother. Did you say Demeter?
I did say
Because
Demeter.
Demeter is.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Demeter
yeah.
definitely is.
Definitely said Demeter.
Anyway, I said both of them.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's mostly
Anyway,
in
close
the
enough.
world. Anyway, they worship like the whole pantheon, in particular the Mycenaean. Who do I want to make them like the best? I didn't think you would get this far tonight.
I mean, we could also pause here potentially
Um,
if you need time to build. It is getting pretty late.
I was just thinking of saying, just asking the question of to the Sphinx, for whom the bell tolls.
Oh my
Yeah, we
God.
can just play Metallica. Time marches.
did we ever
on.
determine if you guys, you think that there's nothing particular, like the Mycenaeans they're not like particularly strange in their religion. I think they mostly worship Zeus. Is probably like their main dude that they're
Right.
into over there.
Just call
so-
lightning on the Sphinx.
You could do that.
Zeus would love this shit.
You don't
Then try and fuck
necessarily
it, right?
see a connection between Zeus and bells, but I bring us back to that question that somebody asked earlier, which is, do any of you have a bell? Is that a thing that one of you has?
I can take a spoon in an empty pot.
could
I
not
sincerely
hear
doubt that I
anything
have a
that you
bell.
said.
Yeah, Drew, Chris, whatever you just said was not.
Take a
That wasn't
scooter empty
intelligent.
pack.
Wasn't
I'm
intelligent.
in the house with you and could not tell what you said.
Fuck it, I'll get like an empty pot and like a ladle or something, and just like ring it like a bell.
Everything's a drum. Everything's a drum.
I do not have a bell. I have checked.
I don't think so.
I mean,
unless
I think the pot idea is actually probably pretty close.
Roll a performance check for me, Acertico, or Actus rather.
Oh, can I cast guidance?
Yes.
Yes.
Can I also cast guidance?
No.
It only applies once.
Cast guidance on Acertico.
For my
Okay.
You got this. You got this, bro. You got it.
Is
14.
guidance a cantrip?
Yeah, guidance is a cantrip.
Yeah. Okay.
Just marble thumbs digging into your shoulders.
All right.
You're gonna do great.
Chris,
You're
give
gonna
me
guide him
that.
so hard.
Give me that perform check there.
Is that also the 10 or
Listen,
if
Yeah,
it-
don't you have the thing? Don't you have the thing that turns that into?
a 10? So it'd be
A 10?
18 plus 2 is 20.
Or is that not for? Wait, hang on. Let me check.
I don't know.
I don't think it's for this. I'm checking.
I'll check.
I'm checking.
Unfailing inspiration. Oh, hey, that's important to know.
What?
If a creature
Right.
uses one of your bardic inspiration dice and fails, they get to keep it.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
There's
use
that.
it.
They can also add it to magical damage or healing.
Yeah, that's rad.
Damn.
What do you got?
Yeah, I built myself to be a non-combatant.
Oh, silver. Yeah, silver tongue. Okay, it's silver tongue. It's persuasion and deception, not performance.
Not
You're
performance.
right.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, so that's a 14.
Performance comes up if I'm impersonating somebody.
Right. Okay. Okay.
All right, so you rolled a 14 on your perform check to try and turn this improvised to make this into an improvised bell.
It's like right on the line.
The Sphinx looks at you, cocks its head slightly, and flies away.
Nice. All right. Fuck yes. All right. Good enough.
Behind it is a second, slightly smaller Sphinx,
It sphinxes all the way down.
staring at
Yeah.
you disapprovingly.
I've been sent to block your way until you're old and decay.
Something bacon. It just wants the
Well,
bacon.
given the answer to this one, we have lots of bacon.
The way to Mike and I is now open to you, but I am going. I'm going to go ahead and because you rang the bell.
Okay.
And I'm going to call it there for tonight. Everybody should now level up to level 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the cool part about level 9 is?
What?
It's above level 8, baby.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Nice.
Like it's visible by 3, but we can both like 3.
Stuff can be 2 things.
You sound
No.
like you're talking through a cotton ball, babe.
Things cannot be 2 things.
Things can be 2 stuff.
I've heard
Joseph,
that things could
Stuff
be 2
can
things.
do 2 things.
I've heard that things can be 2 things before, and I reject it as heresy.
Sometimes it be like that though, Andromedon.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
true. I do.
Andrew.
I really, honest to God, things can be 2 things is one of my actual catchphrases that I say all the fucking time. So I just thought I just thought I'd change it up there.
I'm gonna stop the recording.
Yeah.